So you guys, after your sleep and had a good nice nap in the tavern, you go ahead and go back down, and you start talking to the tavern keep for your breakfast or lunch or whatever you wish. And as you're talking to the bar, getting ready to sit down at the barkeep to talk to the barkeep, you see a man come in. He looks kind of seedy. Talks to the barkeep, shows him where to go. He goes up to a room upstairs, and then he just disappears for a while. And you're kind of confused, and he comes back and just leaves. Like, okay, that was odd. And about half an hour later, you see coming into the tavern Hold on, Born. Did you make your character human, or did you go with a giant? I can't remember.
He's half orc.
Half orc, that's right.
So that's neither.
Yeah, it's neither. You see a...
Well done.
It's kind of human. You see a...
half, at least.
You see a half-orc walk in. Not a genasi. You're a genasi.
I would like to point out...
I'm... No! Genasi.
I'm a Nazi. Hail Hitler. 9.
And then you also see a... What? I can't remember the name of the race that Nerd made this thing. It's like half human, half something funky.
Half dumbass, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
No,
Look at his character sheet.
Oh no, he changed to standard human. Okay.
Song had the worst luck on our tutorial because he's like, "All right, it's nighttime, and you all have dark vision. Fuck."
It's okay.
This is the first time I picked a character without dark vision, so this is gonna be great for me.
The very first thing I did was because I wasn't with their group at first, so I was my character was not sure about the people there. So the first thing she did, because she has night vision, is to put out the campfire so there's total darkness. Turns out everyone in the party has dark vision.
The only person who didn't was the NPC with them. So
I remember once when I was a dark elf character, and they're like, "All right, it's dark out." I'm like, "Okay," I yawn.
All right, so you see a man, the seedy man that you saw earlier, walk in along with a half orc with a large axe and a small, appears to be a half elf, half human. What?
A 4'10" half elf.
A very short, what appears to be a young girl half elf, along with a man with a terrible limp, walk in through the front doors of the tavern. And you guys make eye contact. What?
You forgot to mention
Some of it, not.
just carrying a dude behind him over.
I'm just gonna.
The guy limping with the terrible. Oh yeah, he's carrying him. He sets him down.
I look over at the guy with the limp, and I say, "How'd you get the limp? Because I got stabbed in the ribs earlier. And, like, what treatment did you get?"
Erin takes her staff and just bangs it into the ground. This.
He
no, that wasn't the limp. No, that wasn't the limp.
He looks at you confused, like, no, that was my skull.
Same thing.
I tripped when on the way back to the tavern. That's how I got the limp. I snapped my leg. Tried to heal it too quickly instead of setting it first, because I was in a hurry. And, well, there's the limp.
So you just did something stupid.
So they know it's different characters. You don't have to listen to them if you don't want to. I'm just saying.
What?
I know.
I think she's complaining about cringe. I think she's cringing.
She doesn't like it when I do any voices whatsoever, so she's complaining about it.
Yeah.
Her voice.
She is smart.
As a DM, I'm going to be doing a ton of voices, so just warning you right now.
Different voices is a.
Okay, that was rude.
What?
Nothing.
She's being mean to him.
Did
He's
she,
abused right now.
did she give you a bird?
Yes.
I like bird.
All right, she likes rude gestures, and I have a higher opinion of her already.
Okay. Richard was like, "Did she give you the bird?" And I was like, "Yes." And Sheldon was like, "She does rude gestures. I have a higher opinion of her." Okay, so you guys are now making eye contact and kind of trying to figure out what the heck
checking
you're
each other
about to
out.
do. Yeah, sizing each other up, sort of thing.
Okay, so to clarify, everybody's
19.
basically the same room now, right?
Yes, the big tavern room. There's like there's some patrons kind of like sitting at different tables drinking, and just kind of watching this strange scene unfold before them.
Just gonna keep on
All
sipping
these-
my wine.
All these.
I'm gonna
very
walk over to
blind
them.
creatures.
And I'm gonna make them a bet. I bet you guys I can hold my breath longer. Bet you 5 gold.
Wait, can you?
All I had was the Bob Evans today. What's up, man?
What do they look like?
The one looks mostly human, but
Which one?
which one? The one on the left looks mostly human, and he's kind of dressed in like monk robes with a staff.
No, I'm in common clothes, dude.
Oh, he's in common clothes with a staff.
Jeez, check your
And-
privilege.
Then you see on the other side a dragonborn with a plate armor,
Chainmail.
chainmail. Because I didn't read character
Yeah.
sheets, so
That's why I
So-
said, Richard, what are you wearing?
My guy's like
you
a
see a
6 foot
dragon
tall
board
dude.
with.
My guy's like a 6 foot tall dude, decently burly. He's got like gray blue skin, but generally looks human. Got like white gray hair, long ass hair, and a beard. Can't really tell what his face looks like because he has a beard. It's not like uber long beard, but it's just long enough that it like obscures his face. And he's the one coming over saying, "I bet you I can hold my breath longer. I bet you 5 gold."
like how he
I
spent 4 lines
will take
describing
that bet. I will take
Okay.
that bet. 100% will take that bet.
All right,
Got it.
So should we start doing that then?
Yeah.
all right. The two of you begin holding your breath. Mayank, I
And
need you
then
to make a.
Aaron casts Druid Craft.
I don't know what that does.
What is? What are you doing with it?
Any harmless sensory effect that I want.
Okay.
Let's see. How would I make him?
I'm gonna tell you something. Well, not.
What?
I'm just gonna let you do it. Have fun.
Yeah,
Like,
just,
let's-
just let him go with it.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
Do what you want.
Wait, what's wrong?
No,
No,
Nothing,
just
go
do
ahead,
it.
cast.
Go.
yeah, go for it.
Yeah, all you.
What?
I'm suddenly scared.
No,
In a way,
it's
yes.
easy to win. I beat him when he met me.
No, it's not.
Go ahead.
What do you cast?
Okay. I will use Druidcraft to constantly tickle his nose, the inside of his nose, trying to make him
Okay.
sneeze.
I don't know how that affects your race.
I'm
I
Like-
need Mayank to make a Constitution check, and then I don't know how sneezes affect your race.
Yeah, I don't have to breathe at all. So you just sort of see like a sneeze movement, but no sneeze.
What was your Constitution check, Mayank?
Alright, I rolled a 12, so that's a 16 roll.
All right. So
I
you're
get 5
holding your
gold.
breath. You're holding your breath as long as you can, and for some reason he just seems to be staring at you as if there's no effort. You see him just go
Like
the sneeze
tips of my
motion, but
cheek.
nothing happens.
my cheeks just slowly start expanding. I'm smiling right now.
Finally, you just go,
Very toothy.
and you have to take a breath.
Got like one little finger and 5 fingers up. Like, come on. I'm going.
Oh my
I'm gonna get that 5 gold right now.
Just to clarify, he played the same trick on Richard.
And I go and high five my good buddy Balthazar.
I gladly return it.
Brian's just
And then I buy him drinks
with
with it.
like,
I'm touched.
Balthazar.
Well, you get 5 gold.
Yeah, no, I figured.
All right.
All right.
That was
so,
interesting.
Hey, I learned Dragonborns don't need to breathe.
No, that wasn't the Dragonborn. That was the Genasi.
Oh,
Yeah, the monk.
Yeah,
what is a Genasi though? Actually,
It's a
it's like half
winged
genie, motherfucker.
half genie, half person.
It's a Mahamoti the Jinn.
So I never asked. Can you grant wishes?
I
no,
was complete.
no.
Don't.
I thought it was the Dragonborn who was.
I can fly a little bit, dude. I
You
seriously
did
told
say
you.
it was the Genasi that walked up. You
Like,
see the
I seriously
scene
said,
of
and
Hachi.
he's the one who walked up to you and made you this bet.
He did say that.
Shit.
I'm still sitting.
I am witness to what he said. Brian is just, you see the man with the staff just shaking his head, like, really, did this just happen? We don't have time for this.
You're cutting in and out a little bit.
Who, me?
Gotta chase my kitty downstairs.
We don't have time for
Probably
these
my fault. Give me 1
shenanigans.
sec.
1 second.
I'm closing some shit. Hopefully that should make my connection better.
Alright, I'm back.
Welcome back. Born, are you still awake?
Alright.
Brian says, we don't have time for this crap.
Wait, who's Brian?
The man with the staff.
Oh, okay.
Like,
The wizard staff.
Ooh.
The guy with the axe is called Axe.
Yes.
yeah, it's pretty self-evident for Axe.
Oh, I thought that was pronounced aches.
The enemy tends to have quite a few aches when I'm done with them.
Brian again, just like face palming. Like, I can't believe this is happening.
No, don't fuck with Axe.
I wink
I
at Brian
think
like, "How you
Axe.
doing?"
Brian,
How you doing?
he goes ahead and walks up to the, like, bypasses you as you guys are goofing off and asks the tavern keep if he's seen a person wearing bright paladin-esque armor aside from the dragonborn sitting next to him.
Is that the one we saw intern leave?
No.
Oh shit.
The person you saw enter and leave is actually there with the group. He's just very quiet.
I get ya.
He's very quiet for a good reason.
He's drunk off his gourd.
Wait.
Yes, sure, we'll go with that. Tyra keeps like, nope, I ain't seen no paladins besides it's here Dragonborn. I'm assuming he's a paladin.
Damn,
Indeed.
everybody's assuming in here. Like,
Yep.
dear lord.
You know what they say of assuming.
I'm not. I'm just
Yeah,
sitting
you
here
did
looking
look
at people
really
with axes.
Kenneth, I actually forgot to increase my health. I just roll a d8, right? Just that to it?
Yes, with
I go-
advantage.
I go walk up to Axe and I like check my
Oh,
height
wait.
near him. Just
7 and...
Plus your cons.
Let's go.
Constitution modifier.
I'm
How
just
tall?
like,
5, so I got...
Checking your
7.
height.
I'm 6 feet tall, like my guy.
You come up and you
My
stand next to him.
Constitution modifier is 4.
Just like doing the hand check thing to like his body. Just
I'm looking for his height, but I don't see it.
careful not to touch him because I don't touch strangers. That'd be weird.
Axe, what is your height? Because I don't. Did you even specify?
I had to do the roll thing, I think. He is...
He is the average height of a battle axe.
I wouldn't say battle axe, more like great axe.
He is the average height of your mama, motherfucker.
So 3 foot tall.
The average great axe was... Oh, yeah, you're way bigger than a battle axe.
I would hope so.
Because that's all.
I'm a big motherfucker! We'll go with that.
He's about 6'5", 6'6", and a lot of muscle. You're trying to like size him up, and you're just like kind of looking up a little bit at him.
That's 3 inches taller than me.
I'm not sizing up. I'm doing the hand check thing. I'm like putting it on top of my head and like lining it out towards him.
His head's a good bit above you.
You're weird.
And Axe
You're
is
just
just
a little weird, Osric.
you're like sizing him up. He's about a head above you probably, height wise. And
I just look at him and gives him a thumbs up and then walk back to my buddy. Good job. Good job.
Brian is coming back to the group after having talked to the barkeep. He's like, it's a bit strange. He was supposed to have been here by now.
Who?
I don't even know you. What would I tell you?
I walk up to Brian and say, I will assist you for a small fee.
Assist me? Do you even know what we're planning on doing?
Doesn't really matter.
He gives you a very odd look.
I'm not too picky. I mean, me and him over here, we're delivering this wheelbarrow or cart or whatever full of goods and services and such. We can go along with you if you go along with us.
Well, you see, if Ivan hasn't arrived today, he could be in trouble. As such, I'm planning on, if my compatriots allow it, for us to head over to the city where he came from, or supposed to be coming from.
Because I don't
check in
remember
on
us
him.
untying him.
You may meet him on the way back.
He's tied up, but like his arms are tied up, and he's walking. The barkeep is kind of confused as to why he's tied up.
I very visibly glare at him, but say I'll allow it.
Is my javelin still tied to his back?
I would
if he
assume
didn't untie it, yes. So when he turns around and walks back the other way, the barkeep's like, "Oh, what was it? A javelin towards your back?" He's just like, "You don't want to know."
You don't. I know that was. Your next line will be, "You don't want to know."
You don't want to know.
I look over to Balthazar, gives him the thumbs up, and like make a money sign, like with my fingers, just money, money, money.
How do you make the money sign? That's a weird figure for your hands to make.
I'm rubbing my hands together like money, money, money.
Oh, so you're cold.
No, not both of my hands together, like my thumbs to my fingers, like when people do when I have my... You know what? Shut the fuck up, sir.
Wait, guys, give me a second. I need to do
We're
this.
done here.
Did Zonda and I ever get paid for that cart we delivered, or are we
haven't
still doing
delivered it
it?
yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
we're delivering it back, and I've like said that if they follow us back, we can help them with what they're doing for a small fee.
Oh,
There's
okay.
not time to be going anywhere other than Latibras at this point. If
Isn't that where
Ivan
we're
is
going back
dead
to?
or in trouble,
I thought we just
No.
dropped the cart off here
I
in
don't know
town.
where you're going.
No, I'm pretty sure that we have to deliver it back, don't we?
I don't
We
know
have
what
to
your
get
job
the
is.
stuff. Well, excuse me, sir, but not talking to you right now.
Oh,
I'm gonna go over there. If you would stay right here, just pause. I can see that you're not preoccupied with anything, and walk back over to my buddy Balthazar there and say, "So do we have to bring the cart back, or do we just leave it here? Because I don't think we've gotten money yet."
My memory's a little hazy from being unconscious so much. I could have sworn we're supposed to deliver it to a guy in this town of Fandelvin, and then from there I don't know what we do.
Let's ask the barkeep. You first. You're much more sociable than I.
All right, barkeep, do you know anything about this cart we gotta deliver here? Who it goes to?
what are you? Who sent you? I don't really know much about deliveries coming. It's been a while since we've had a delivery come through here.
DM, who was I supposed to deliver this to?
I'll be back. Song, you know how my character's gonna work, so you can
Yes,
play it.
I do know how it's going to work.
It's very
Axe
simple, as I
smash.
almost killed you. No, he has one goal.
Find his axe.
Get another axe.
But no, seriously, who were we supposed to deliver this?
That he gave you with direction?
I thought he wanted to have us bring it back.
Oh, a dude named Derek Barrelgut has a letter for Phandalin.
Oh, Derek Barrelgut. Oh, I know him. Good fellow. Oh, he probably
horrible
wants you
name.
to. Excuse me. What did you say, God? Probably he was sending it to the brewery over there for the Plain Forest Ale shipment that he normally tries to get. It's been a while since his carriage has come back through here. Usually it takes him a couple of days to fill up and get all the ale ready to send back.
Okay, so I can just drop the wagon off to him and pick it up on the way back from whatever I decide to do next.
I would assume so. It's normally how it works. They usually come here and stay at the inn.
All right. Well, thank you, sir.
Go, no problem.
Throw him another gold piece.
Oh, thank you, sir. He's like, his eyes light up like, oh my gosh, you just gave me a gold for that.
I don't want to break it up.
Grabs it and pockets
He doesn't
it.
know the value of money. he doesn't. I look at him and I'm just like, really? Like I'm giving him like the skeptical what the fuck look for a second.
I'm
So the
sorry.
barkeeper.
No,
Okay.
Balthazar, like that's a gold, man. Like,
I'm sorry. I'm terrible at breaking it
Do you know
up,
how
and
much-
that's too much time. So I'm just gonna throw
do you know
it.
how much pastries you can get with that?
Brian, Brian is looking at he's looking at Zonda. Zonda's the Genasi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He looks at you, Zonda, and he's like, "Look, if you want to help us, we can probably use more help. I don't know what we're facing. Of course, I'm not the one in charge of this little charade anymore."
Want
gives,
is
like,
a
a-
strong word, sir.
He
Want
kind of
is a strong word. Will for money.
he looks over at the girl again when he says, "Not in charge anymore." It's kind of like a sideways glance, like. He looks back and says, "If we are successful, my mother has plenty of money that she can give for a job well done."
Oh yeah, it's like old people rich, which is just great. Like, because then I know the money's coming. Like if it was from him, I just wouldn't know. But
I will warn you
if it's
that
from his mummy, at least it's.
we will probably be in very much danger while we're going.
Will this danger bring peace and
I
thwart
like-
the forces of evil?
That is
I
our
like-
hope.
I show him the bloody cuts in my shirt, like the stab wounds and shit, and I'm just like, presented here, and oh yeah, I've been like punched in the face. Just showing him the cuts and bruises I have, and I'm like, not really all that afraid of danger.
Good. The more the merrier, then. If my retainer is fine with that. Retainer as in the one who keeps me from doing things.
Oh, I thought you were calling him servant, and I was like,
No,
"Ooh,
not that.
shit."
That's why he clarified.
You about to get your ass beat, boy.
That's why he clarified.
Aaron
That is
says,
why
I
I
have no
clarified.
problem with anyone here other than you.
He kind of like throws his hand, not like angrily, but just kind of like, of course, sort of like hand thing. But whatever you must do, make it quick. We need to leave quickly. And he's looking at the door, like kind of almost like checking his watch, sort of thing. But he doesn't have a watch, so he's looking out the door, like gotta get moving,
Well, that
sort,
So
of,
I,
sort of thing.
Yeah, I pat my buddy Balthazar in there, like, are you gonna go and discuss with the beer people, or am I?
The beer people?
I mean, I could go do that real quick. You know, it's a business thing.
Oh, right.
I mean, unless
You do that,
really-
faith man.
All right, I will. I'll head out and I'll drive the wagon over to the tavern, drop it off.
All right.
You're
Should
better
this
looking
look
than
like-
me. You're gonna get like free beer.
Should this
I mean,
be where
I
Nerd's
wish,
character
but-
makes some kind of excuse and like just like hops out for this next part?
Yeah.
Zonda thinks you're good looking.
Why, thank you. I'm touched.
Wait,
That's all I
since he
need
said
in this
he's
world.
coming a little bit later, maybe he like
He's gonna come with you
excuse to
guys.
Come later.
I have an idea for that. I have an idea for that.
Which one's
Okay.
the short girl?
That would be me.
Um.
That'd be Aaron.
So
Aaron Adams.
So the Dragonborn Balthazar goes ahead and grabs the wagon and starts driving it towards what appears to be a brewery off on the other side of town. not very far down the road from the tavern because it's a pretty small town. As you're approaching, yes, approaching. I can't say approaching. As you're
Wow.
approaching,
A bar and a safari.
as you approach the brewery, you can see that it is called, as the name of the beer that they make, the Plain Forest Ale.
Alright, I'm
Plain
back.
Forest Brewery. Welcome
Are we
back.
fighting yet?
Not yet.
And like that, you
We're getting
lost
ready
my
to head out, I'm
interest.
pretty sure.
Yay!
So, as you arrive at the brewery, a couple of not mercenaries, but like hired guards, sort of thing, come out to greet you, along with what seems to be like almost like a secretary lady. She's kind of shorter with black hair, and like for some reason her eyes seem to like pierce through you, just like that disdain look, constant look of disdain on her to anyone that approaches.
I give her a look down my nose right back.
She raises one eyebrow, like, are you here to deliver bring the carriage from Derek?
Oh great,
Right.
she's from Bronx.
I was thinking she's like the
Yes.
piglet. That's all, folks.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
That's all, folks.
But yes, I am. Do I just leave it with
Yeah.
you?
That's right. We'll have it filled up in a couple of days here. You can just go rest at the inn. We'll be ready to send it on back.
Alrighty, thank you. And I turn and walk away.
Right. Well, duh, I'm not a lady.
Yeah, Chris, you get in on this. Help him out.
Right, so you've delivered the carriage, and you see some of the guards get in, and she's like writing in her ledger about the delivery of the carriage as the guards take it back around to the other part of the brewery.
Alright, cool. I'll just walk on back and ask everybody what's up. Where are we going?
All right. Brian then goes ahead and says, "We're heading to Latagras. For those of you who are new, it's a bit down the road from here. I don't know exactly where it is. I haven't been there myself, but my mother's been through that area. She said that it should just be down the road, but we can ask for directions if we need be from a small shop she saw a bit of the way before there. She hadn't been in the shop, but she assumed it looked pretty nice on her way through, so."
I just pat his shoulder and be like I do it really hard knowing that he's tied up and be like, down the roads are really long.
It is a bit of a journey.
Just down the road doesn't mean much. Like I heard of like a weaponsmith and it was just down the road and it was all over the fucking place.
I would say it's about a half day's journey, but I'm not 100% sure. I haven't been down the road myself.
Do you have
We're all
any
gonna
carriage or
I
like
do
really
not
any
have a
modes of
carriage.
transportation other than walking?
Lately,
Like-
my mode of transportation has been being carried by that one. And he points at us.
He's not
I look
wrong.
at him and I ask him, for somebody who's supposed to have mama's money, why do you not have anything?
I didn't say I came here with the money. I was on a mission.
That's smart.
How are we
You
supposed
could
to
get
trust it's there? I look at X and I'm like, do you believe this guy that he has money? Like, he hasn't shown any wealth. Like, he just says it's mama's money.
The money I had is no longer on me, as it was taken by my friends.
Wait, what?
Associate-
How much money do I get to add? I was never told that I took
I
it.
believe you didn't take it.
Oh, right, it was Nerd who took it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Extortion!
Didn't Nerd also take a golden tooth?
Yes, he did.
I think that was from one of the bandits.
Yeah.
That was from the bandits.
But, like, I think it was 4 of them, wasn't it?
It's either 3 or 4. I don't remember off the top of my head. And he has it written down, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I
let's
believe it was
ignore the
fair.
teeth part for now.
I think that bandit was a Lil bandit.
Okay.
Okay. How many days
Are you
we
ready to
still
go
wait
now?
down? Wait for my good buddy to get back, sir. Being
He's
a little
standing
impatient,
right
not
there.
very
And
respectful.
he, like,
I don't
posts
even
behind
look.
him.
I'm like, I say no, he's not. Then like wave him behind me, like shh, don't
I,
let
crou-
him see you.
I crouch behind him and try to be stealthy.
Yeah, like I don't know,
Brian
stop
just
back
holds his
there.
head. holds his head in one. Well, he can't because his hands are tied, but he just like tries to do it and realizes his hands are tied and just like, just like, what idiots am I dealing with? Sort of frustration. Like, look, if you don't want to come, that is fine. I need to go whether I'm tied up or not. And he starts limping towards the door.
I look over to Balthazar. I'm like, did you get the money?
She said she would fill the cart and then we can take it back. Was I supposed to get money?
Pretty sure they were supposed to pay us. Right?
My eyes go wide and I quickly run out the door back over to the brewery.
You just see my guy do like a yes moment. Like, yeah.
Wait, who's the one that doesn't know the value of money?
That would be me. The noble dragonborn.
So, is that Balthazar?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Someone who did know the value of money is the one who bet you that he could hold his breath
So
longer.
Brian's like limping towards the door with his hands closed, and then you go whooshing past me. He kind of does like one of those like cartoon spin rounds, like whoa, like what just came flying past me.
I'm just like, wow, that's a lot of wind. Like, nobody was there even. Like,
And you just see the doors like doing like the swing thing as the Dragonborn is just gone.
so if you're willing to wait until my buddy gets back, then we can set out.
Actually, as he's going towards the door, Axe walks over and grabs him and says, "Which way, Magic Man?" And Brian looks at him like, "Magic Man is, I guess, a fitting title. It would be, I would point, but my arms are tied." And he kind of does like a head motion that way, the road past the brewery. "If your friend is heading to the brewery, we can wait for him at the end of the end of the road there."
I just give him the thumbs up and like open the door after you.
All right. As you go ahead and arrive at the brewery, Balthazar, what would you like to do? You're standing outside at this point.
Excuse me, young miss.
There's no one outside.
Advantage for being saying young miss.
Well, thanks for letting me know that.
Okay, then I'll quickly barge inside.
Right, you barge in the door, and it's kind of like, it's like a nice wooden building with some like stone trim on the bottom. As you walk in, you see like a couple of chairs in the back right, and then like a nice desk with the lady you talked to earlier sitting behind it, like writing in her ledger again. She does one of those like secretarial, like her eyes half look up at you as you walk in, sort of thing. And just like, "Yeah, what do you want? Thought we already dealt with you."
Sorry, young miss. My friend reminded me, was I supposed to pick up some money from you for delivering the cart?
"You'll get the money once the cart's full."
Ah, thank you.
I chase after them, like, like I'm like running fast to meet up with them. Like I'm trying to leave the other group behind.
Okay.
So just tell me when I get there and what part of that or any part of that I hear. Just let me know.
So far, as soon as she said, "So you're still coming," and then she said, "You get paid after that." She's like, "Uh-huh. All right. If you have any other business, if you don't have any other business, could you please kindly leave?" And then you burst through the door.
I rush in and be like, "So how fast are we filling up the cart?"
"And who, pray tell, are you?"
He's my partner.
Can we make this quicker? Because we have some associates here who need to go quickly.
"Look."
I like
Master.
look at her and like take like a gold and I'm like, "I'd really enjoy it if you'd make it a lot faster."
She doesn't even like flinch at the gold. She's like, "Look, mister, it takes time to get these things loaded in correctly so the product isn't destroyed on the way."
I like
The product
use
is
dexterity to do
destroyed.
like a magic trick to make 2 gold pop out. Like,
She still unflinchingly is looking at you like, "Look, I don't care how much gold you pay me. It'll cost us way more if the shipment gets ruined en route back to the city."
what if I could promise you it wouldn't?
"I wouldn't believe you."
Giving her the sketchiest look that my guy has, like, it won't.
"Look, it's gonna take a couple of days, okay? If you don't like it, then too bad."
I'm sorry, what? I couldn't understand you. Your accent is a little bit.
"I said it's gonna take a couple of days to fill it, one way or another." You're
Are
gonna
you
have
some
to
sort of
deal with
mob
her.
boss?
Because I want her to. Jeez. And she looks
He's
at you
really
like,
trying to channel the
Mob,
Ghostbusters. He's
mob boss? What? No, I'm not part of a mob.
Well, I mean, you're trying to extort us here without giving us our gold, and then just trying to send us back after 3 days, man.
The contract is supposed to be once the cart is filled, I pay you and you'll go back.
You said once the cart is filled. Nobody told us about going back, man.
It ain't my fault if he didn't tell you the rest of the contract.
Well, you see, you could. It's a contract for 300 gold. Am I wrong?
That is correct.
If you shaved off 100, can we skip on the going back part?
The road should
She
be
looks
clear
at you
now.
like, what do you mean the road should be clear now?
There's
I show her
goblins.
like the bloody wounds in my body. I'm like here.
So you're showing me some cuts and you're saying that the roads are clear because you're wounded.
There were goblins, ma'am, a whole bunch of them. You should be thanking us. We cleared them out. It was a good thing for the lights.
I look at her and say,
What do I have
"Man,
with the dead?
the fact that I'm wounded shows that I am alive. If they
Well,
weren't
no
dead,
dip down.
I would be dead."
Better you ran away.
Oh yeah, because that happens. And just like, are you taking me for a coward, man?
I'm taking you for a person who needs to get out of my office.
This is not much of an office,
Maybe,
and I'm not really sure what office is.
And she's like, look, if you don't get out of this reception area that I can set up part of my office, I'm going to have to get the guards after you.
Can
Got
we
it?
help you load the cart?
Maybe we should just let her do her thing, and we can go and have a merry adventure.
You don't have what it takes to load the cat. We have special packers for it.
That sounds like a challenge.
Yeah.
Now get out of my office. Slash
I look at him
reception
like,
area.
I bet you 5 gold I can hold my breath longer.
She's like, I don't do bets. Get out of my office. She's starting to get a little
You see
annoyed that
one
you guys are
tear
showing
just
her.
stroll down my face, and I slowly back out while looking at her. Slowly.
What?
I just look her dead straight in the eyes with one tear strolling down.
I back
Well, I'm
out
sorry,
as
one
well.
sec. What did you say, Christy? No, I can hear you now. I took the headset off. Oh, okay.
I back
Okay.
out as well and place a hand on Zonda's back, giving him a comfort pat.
As you leave, you hear like, jeez.
I just give him a full-blown hug.
Like in the doorway.
I'm a little sad about the gold.
Get a room!
Wait, so what classes are, or is it not obvious? What classes are?
I'm wielding a staff. He tried to put me in monk clothing even though I'm in common clothes. Yes!
Okay, a staff doesn't mean anything. You could be a wizard, you could be a druid, you could be a.
I said, and he tried to put me in monk clothing.
Yeah, fine.
Like,
fine.
I tacked that on.
Yeah, so, okay, you're a monk. Zonda, what is Zonda?
Zonda is
The monk.
him.
Yeah.
Wait,
All the...
I thought he was. Wait, who's Hodrick then?
Hodrick isn't
Nobody
here.
yet.
He's
Yeah.
just
That's
checking
later.
how things go. Supervising, making sure we stay out of trouble.
Hodrick is Osric.
What is? Oh, okay. Who's what's Balthazar then?
Balthazar is the paladin.
Paladin.
Like-
Got it.
Yeah. Dragonborn Paladin.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. So now that it's cleared up, as you guys leave, you see Brian. Are you carrying? You're carrying him, right, Axe?
Yeah.
He's kind of like the best he can do to give a gesture of impatience while being tied and carried.
As
He's,
we
like,
do
tapping his
start
foot,
to
but it's
set
not
out,
hitting.
though, as we do start to set out, I'm like, Axe, I would rather you not wear yourself out, as you are definitely a good fighter. Let's go ahead and untie him so he can pull his own weight.
I go, wait.
Why is
He's
he tied
up this. He's tied up this whole entire time. Untying him doesn't sound like a good idea. He might try to run or something.
I'm not going to
Well,
hurt
he's
you.
tied up because I got mad at him.
Everybody
I'm
who's
tied up
says they're
because
not
they
gonna
tried to
hurt you.
kill me.
Everybody who's tied up says they're not going to hurt you. How can I trust that you're not going to try and hurt us? Like I would lose it if my good buddy Balthazar here got hurt.
Okay, in my defense, I was about 3 inches from lopping his head off and decided it's safer to just tie him up and keep him with me.
I have no intention of hurting you if you help me complete my mission. All I care about is seeing the darkness that is in this town destroyed.
I say we keep him tied up, but remove this javelin from the back.
No,
I'd say,
the javelin is there for a reason.
Look, if you untie me, I can help fight if we're in trouble. But as it is, I'm just a sack of potatoes.
No,
Have you
you're
ever been hit by
actually...
a sack of potatoes?
No.
It hurts really bad.
He gives you a look like, why would you know this?
Alright, I untie him, and I take my javelin back, but I would just like to point out Song.
Yes?
I was fully intending for the next time we had combat to literally use him as a javelin and throw him at the first enemy.
I would have had to have you make a strength check for that, just saying.
I have 20 strength, try me!
Oh my gosh. Okay, he
26 is what? Is it a +5?
yeah, it's +5. He kind of like rubs his hands, like his wrists, like happy that he's no longer got his wrists tied. Like, thank you.
I gave him a high five. Like,
He
and like
just
he hits the
surprisingly,
hand and
like-
just slap his wrist.
He's like,
Bad boy.
what is your problem? Did you have too much
I
ale at the
walk up
tavern?
behind him and am in a ready stance in case he tries anything.
Okay, he's like, he gives you like a
Very
look,
clearly.
Like,
Very
I'm not going to try anything. Where would I run to? He points at his leg. What good would it do me?
Well, your other leg would get hurt. Then you'd be carried everywhere. Just not to use your own energy, it'd be great.
He just holds his head with his hands like.
I look at Axe and I'm like, can I have a piggyback ride?
I'll give you one, friend.
I jump on Balthazar's back.
Okay. You're moving at half speed, but you're carrying him.
I'm okay
He's
with
like-
it.
Wait, that's
Right.
gonna slow
Just,
down the whole party.
like,
Can we not?
You hear the never-ending story, like, yeah, go out.
If you don't have a ride on, yes. Then probably
Playing
not.
Pokemon.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay. Brian then looks to Axe. Or no, not Axe, Aaron. He's like, can we get moving now, please?
It's not Aaron. It's
Aaron.
Aaron.
Aaron. I'm sorry. I told you I'm going to pronounce it wrong like every
Whenever
time.
you say Aaron.
You pronounce the A and the E separately. It's Aaron.
Aeron. Titan Aeron.
Aaron.
What's up, Adams?
Aaron. Not Aaron, unfortunately.
The Addams Family.
Aaron. hmm
Like,
Aaron, but he wants it
we should
pronounced
get a
differently.
move on. Like,
Yes,
like, this
please.
guy's really in quite the rush, despite the
Yeah,
fact
we
that his
should
leg is
definitely
falling
go.
apart.
We should definitely go.
Oh, so did Zonda and I get a full night's rest? Like, are we fully
Yes.
healed, ready to go? Okay.
You are also level 2
I-
if you didn't
I
remember
do-
level up.
As
Yeah,
we
I
Oh, we're
do
fully
that.
healed? Sweet.
Yes. What's up,
As
Maya?
we leave, I do attempt to discreetly leave a message behind in Druidic.
Okay.
Just putting that there. Go ahead.
Go, everyone, please make a perception check, except for Maya.
Let's see here. That's
So I did 23. So nat 20 on my side.
Okay. So you see as you guys are prepping to leave, you see him doing some sort of something.
As I'm, like,
you just see him
raising-
doing some kind of symbols with his hand. You have no idea what he's doing. It's kind of
As I'm
confusing
raising both
to do.
my yeah, I just like stop.
Kyle, you just went full robot.
Yeah, you did.
Axe, you also notice what's going on and don't have any idea what he's doing.
Wait. I got a nat 20 and then an 18, which ends up being 20. Yay!
You also notice that he's doing something, so it wasn't as just secret as you were planning.
I got an 18 as well.
So everyone notices as you do this.
So everyone knows I left a message behind. Okay.
What are you doing, sir?
I'm leaving a message behind for my brother.
Oh, is he coming?
Does he have
Not
candy?
necessarily. We generally do our own things right now, but we generally leave messages behind wherever we travel, so we can find each other if need be.
It's a very useful skill.
Ryan is already like limping towards the forest in the distance as you guys are talking about.
Can I heal his leg? Will that speed this up a bit?
His leg is healed. It was just when he broke it and he healed it. It didn't get set properly.
He's got a
He healed it really rapid fire.
Okay.
So can we have me re-break it and him heal it again?
Well, if I don't need to heal it,
Potentially, but it might not heal properly again. He said it would. He last told you it would take about a day to heal properly.
all right.
Of him
down
focusing
for that.
on
He
fixing
heals it with magic, though, like with his juju juice. Shouldn't it heal properly?
If you were carrying him, Born, he could probably heal it while being carried.
I've already carried his ass. Why didn't he do it the first fucking time?
He was tied up.
Well, now he's not. Have him heal. Somebody
I'll-
build me a piggyback mount.
I'll
No.
carry the injured man. That way we can move on.
But I have more strength than you, I think.
Oh, I
Um,
mean, whoever wants to carry him, go for it. I've got a strength of 18.
I have a strength of 20.
But weren't you
I will
tired?
carry him.
So-
Okay.
I can piss 5 feet away.
He doesn't have
No, he doesn't have an evolution, huh?
We should probably.
Iruoto's his own thing. Bon, he only has a baby coin.
Plus, we've already established that I can easily carry him with my stats, so it weighs nothing
Yes,
to
you
me.
can. All right, so as you just pick him up, and he's like, what? I can walk. Why are you carrying me?"
He just wants to touch you.
You're not
Like-
wrong.
he gives you an odd look very quickly, like, "What?
It's so you can heal faster, good sir.
If you carry me, then I guess
And then
I
I
can
ask-
start the healing process."
Who's breaking his leg for this, though? Like, who gets to be the one? Like,
I can take care of it
I
without a
will
break, thank you. Just continue on, and I will work on healing my leg as we go.
As he
Thank you.
says that he can do it without breaking, Aaron suddenly looks very disappointed.
It's like, oh man, I wanted to commit a break.
All right. So as you guys start moving into the forest, you see his hands on his leg, and you just see this like golden energy flowing from his hands into his leg, and you can see him wince every now and then. He's obviously in pain a little bit as he works on
Like-
this.
I just stare at the golden light. Like, it's sparkly, and my guy's just like,
It's not that sparkly. It's almost hard. It's really hard to see actually because it's just flowing from his hand into his knee, which he's holding. So there's not
But you
much.
said
that
it was
can be seen.
emanating. Like,
Yeah,
my guy's
from his
like,
hand into the
ooh,
knee.
pretty lights.
Do I need
Not very,
this one?
not that bright. What? No, you don't need that one either. It doesn't have an evolution. So you guys are continuing into the forest, and he is working on his leg as you go. All right, I gotta switch documents here real quick.
Which means I finally can stop seeing the pee and the poog.
I tried to fix
It's
that so it was
alright.
pie and poog.
What?
poog. It was pee and
What did
poo
you guys
before.
What? Yes, you need that one.
Because, it ruins my immersion.
Right. As you guys are walking through this forest, you've probably been walking for a couple of hours now, and it's probably about a little bit past 12 by a guess. You can't tell for sure exactly. As you're going, and the trees are they're fairly. It's kind of like this one. It's not so thick that you couldn't move through it, but there's quite a lot of trees and a lot of it's kind of hard to see. But you do get a glint of something shiny off in the
Do I
trees.
need this?
I need you all to make a perception check. No, you don't need that one.
Got
11.
10.
10 and 11?
Where's my d20? There it is.
Did you fuck up another roll?
Kenneth, seriously, what is with
Am I
me
the
and
only
threes?
one rolling inside
It's
me?
another 3. It is actually another 3.
I should probably roll
Okay.
here as well, just for recording purposes.
Yeah, I can
mean-
kind of know.
Which, I mean, becomes a 7 for me, but still. Why
So
do
for
we-
the lot of you, except for Axe, all you can see is this shiny thing glinting in the trees. But Axe, you do see a little wisp of something white along with it as well.
I love how Axe is the most receptive of us all.
He's looking for his axe, man! Where's that?
He sees that glint of a shine and he's like, fuck!
Is that a sharpened blade?
All of a sudden he just takes off into the trees towards it.
Oh yeah, God help you guys if you ever hurt an axe.
Or, God forbid, we come across an axe thief.
Brian doesn't notice anything. He's still concentrated on on healing his leg. It's
We
looking a
never
lot better.
exchanged names.
Oh, I suppose we should probably take the time to do that.
Yeah. I'm Zonda. Nice to meet you guys. I'm a monk. Hi.
Oh, yes.
Like treated like a fucking Alcoholics Anonymous meeting.
I am Brian. Brian Stormspear, son of Atria Stormspear.
Okay, just first names. It's all good. Shh. It's okay.
He gives you a quizzical look like, what? You said introductions, so...
Introduction, not long ass paragraph.
That was 1.5 sentences.
It's longer than I want to write. It's
I am Aaron, and by the way, you guys should probably know this. If you look at her, you will see bright pink eyes because she is half drow.
I was gonna ask if she was in the pool for too long.
Alright.
I am Balthasar Drakarian Nadar of House Tarhoon.
I like look over at my buddy. I'm like, dude, remember first names.
Well, he gave his full name. I just wanted, to be fair and he not be left out.
No, you do not.
It's like you're being unfair to all of us who only have one name, though.
I'm sorry. Forgive me for my discrepancies against the rest of you.
Well, I suppose since you guys said the full name, my father's surname was Adams, though I never knew.
Dude, we already said first names only. Why is everyone thinking?
Well, everyone else was telling theirs.
Zonda, do you only have one name?
Yeah, man.
I'm so sorry I never asked.
I said I'm Zonda, because I'm Zonda.
I thought you were being
Man,
mysterious and
Zonda.
cool.
Man, his name is Zonda.
Please don't go with that accent.
Okay. So you guys gonna continue down the road, or are you gonna investigate the shiny glint in the woods?
I mean, did any of us really see it with our low rolls?
You saw the glint.
Axe did.
Axe
Axe
saw the
shit.
glint and something white against the black of the tree bark.
Okay, if I saw a glint, I'm already running towards it.
Alright.
I will follow, because I know how crazy things can get in these woods.
Alright, so you guys, the two of you are sprinting towards the shiny thing.
I am a bit more cautious, and I prep Shalala before
Alright.
for them.
Alright.
Oh, you're
for a
casting
minute.
your Shillelagh spell?
You see... You see, what's his name? There it is. Fellowman also follow after them, not quite as quickly, but he's following after. And then, what are you gonna do? What's up, X?
I'm gonna just walk over there just to see if it's an axe. If not, fuck it.
Alright. So you're carrying Brian towards it, and Brian's kind of like, what? Why are we going this way?
He's getting hit by trees in the face.
What are you doing?
Roll D damage.
There's a shiny over here, sir.
Because I'm a loud person, huh? A shiny. Alright, as you guys come crashing through the trees, I need, let's see. Zonda, I need you to make a dex save throw, please. That'd be
14?
the character name of Kyle. 14?
Yeah.
Alright. But as you're running, you see something white, like right in front of you. You couldn't really see it before, but as you get closer, you see these like thin white strands. And you manage to stop just before slamming face first into a spider web, like a giant spider web.
I immediately
That's
start
the
running
fun.
back.
The rest of the party
Fuck
starts
spiders.
catching up, and then you hear this chittering. As you turn around to run back and the rest of the party approaches you, you see behind them spiders are quickly making a web. These large, like, spiders with giant fangs, probably about the size of a pit bull dog, just start crawling and making a web behind the way you just came through in the trees. And you hear, like...
You see a look of disgust and terror.
I
Alright.
immediately draw my greatsword.
Another thing you notice is that Thelman, a spider, just jumps from out of nowhere and lands directly onto Thelman and tackles him to the ground. You see its fangs sink into his neck, and he just screams.
On
The venom at Thelman.
Not
The venom goes
Thelman.
straight into his neck and down into his
Wait,
body.
Are we talking about Brian?
Convulsing. No, Thelman. Nerd's character.
Oh, thank God.
It's gonna get really gross really fast here, Christy. So. Yes, because he needs to be knocked out of the story for now.
I share your sentiment, Christy. I-
Look at the bright side. It's only biting his neck and not yet breeding with him.
Alright.
True.
Okay.
No anime rape spiders yet.
So, do I have these on the right?
So when it turns around and starts waving its abdomen over its face, you just
Gotta get that juicy spider D.
Alright, I need... This one was you, right, Born?
Yeah, because we couldn't find one without armor.
Okay, this one was Aaron, I believe.
Which one?
The one
I'm looking at something. Alright, what?
The one that I dropped, this one on the road here, that one's Aaron,
Yes,
right?
yes, that one's me.
Okay. I'm trying to remember, it's been a while.
I was the turban man.
Yeah, I'm looking for him in my library.
Captain Turbo.
Yeah.
That'd be me, sir.
Easier to-
With my 40 speed, all you hear is, gotta go fast! Faster, 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 faster!
I'm trying to pull out all your character portraits because...
You just hear
Sorry,
Sonic
Sonic.
music the whole time.
Where is... There's that one. There's group here. Alright.
That's the one that you used for my character, I think.
No, that's the one for your character that I just dropped there.
Oh, the green one that blends in with everything?
Yeah, and then I do
Yeah.
this.
And then you put a red like dot near it, so I actually know what the fuck it is.
What?
Where are those clean bed sheets?
They were in a box by the table. Unless it got moved somewhere, and then I wouldn't have any idea where it went.
Wouldn't I be closer, like, right here or some shit? Because, like, I move 40 movement speed.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm still pulling people's characters out because I have to find them all.
Well, I'm judging how far in front of them that I would be. It's not necessarily
You're
for
not
my
going to be
benefit.
there at all, actually. You're going to get moved here in a second.
Okay. I'm making sure.
I don't remember. I think this is the one we used for Brian, right? And then this one was, I believe, Nerd. Okay. So he is here, like about here, and the spider,
Getting ass raped by a spider.
yeah, getting screwed by a spider. You're carrying him. And you kind of, yeah. Let's see here. And there's all these spiders just coming out of the woodwork. These two have come behind you to, oops. I didn't build it big enough.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I know, right? Alright.
Time for a new DM.
These two spiders here are kind of like building this web behind you, and these ones are running forward to attack you. So I do need you, if you haven't already, I need you to roll initiative.
4. Nat 1, motherfuckers.
Lovely.
I think you smashed the spider.
That's their plan.
I got a 7.
Oh,
I'm
things are going
going.
well.
So how do you guys roll using the stats?
Oh, you got a nat 1.
Like how
Yeah,
everybody else who's rolled using
I've
roll
had terrible
20.
you can just
every
click your
single
initiative
time.
on roll 20.
Oh, is that on the character sheet thing?
Yep.
Axe has a 17.
Oh, okay, I see now. That is cool. Alright, go away, dice.
Alright. And then Brian has an initiative of. Alright.
It just helps you get this shit done faster.
Yep.
Approve of this message.
And then we'll pull this up here.
Nothing like being completely surrounded by spiders.
All right, so we have first is Axe.
Yay!
Brian. Then is the Spider Horde. Then we have. What was yours again, Richard?
7.
7. All right, we have.
Happy
Balcony.
7.
Then we have. Zonda. Then we have Aaron. Yeah, Aaron had a
You rolled the fucking blood. Oh, damn.
Aaron. I'm
That's just cruel to me.
Aaron. Okay.
Yep.
You poor bastard.
All right. So that means Brian, you get to go first. Do you remember you are currently carrying, or not Brian, Axe? You get to go first. You're currently carrying Brian.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go here.
I'm sorry. What was that? I missed it.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay.
Because he's
Carrying,
in the spider
you're still carrying Brian.
No,
Yes,
he's
in the
just
spider web you have half movement, so which is
Well,
represented by that white stuff.
Considering this is what I currently got to, that's gonna be fine. So I immediately rage,
All right.
and I go for this guy.
All right. Give me 1 second here. Go ahead and make your roll. I need to type something in real quick.
I need to. I'm still. I forgot to do this before. There's one of the spells I need to put into it. Funny.
All right. What was that? I'm sorry.
You forgot to put a spell into roll 20.
Okay.
He can do
So-
that while
Yeah.
Born makes his turn.
So yours was a 16, correct, to hit?
Yeah.
All right. Let me go back to my spiders here. My spiders, my pet spiders. That hits.
Yeah, if 16 missed, we'd all be fucked.
No, that's not okay. So I have to actually type my damage rolls.
No,
Damn
you
it.
need to click damage.
That is
Like if
loud.
you click on the damage side, right
You gotta turn it down manually. I can't turn it down for you, Richard.
Okay, where's that at?
Just
Oh, wait,
in Discord, turn it down.
Oh, in Discord. Okay.
All right, so 24 damage on an unarmed strike.
No. We were trying to see how we could do damage. You have to type it in.
All right, 10 damage.
Yep.
All right, you take your axe and you just bring it down straight into the spider and like shave off its back 2 legs and a big chunk of its abdomen. Just screeches as green goo comes out of it, but it is still it's hurt, but it's still standing. Yes, it is disgusting. He just chopped it with an axe. He's working on splatting it for you. It's the size of a small dog, Christy. I did, but I think you were part asleep for that. It's okay.
It's like twice the size of a banana spider.
It's like it's pretty big. It's not a nice thing to be seeing. So it's kind of going like,
But
kind of like scuttling back a little bit on some of its remaining legs.
for
I'm
next
assuming
turn,
you dropped Brian while doing that because you were currently carrying him to slash with your great axe.
He just left him in a web. He just put him up into the web and just left him there.
So I'm going
Yeah.
to assume you dropped him here.
yeah.
Alright? That makes
Okay.
it. Does he have his staff back or is he just.
I never took a shit.
Alright, I want to make sure I put this in properly. I'm just gonna click this. I'm not actually casting it right now.
It's difficult.
Looks
You're not
like
actually
it did
casting
right.
it? Okay.
I'm not actually casting. I'm just checking if it did it properly, and it looks
Okay.
like it did. Nope, no, I missed it. I missed one spot.
Uh oh. You done goofed. Time
Alright,
to
Brian
build
is going to
character.
take his turn, seeing all this chaos. He's like, boom, gets dropped, like, whoa. Looks up from his healing. His leg's mostly healed, but it's still got a bit of a limp in it, so his speed is halved. And he's also halved from being in the spider web, so he can barely move. So he takes, you see him like touch just pull his hand out and just go and shoot a firebolt at the spider in front of him, try and burst it into flame. Which he
Hallelujah.
hits. Bless you. Bless you, son. Right, and that does a total of 4 damage as it just barely nicks the spider and just singes part of the back of its abdomen. Just Alright, and that takes us to the spiders, which I can barely. I'm going to put some dots on them because I can barely see
There
them.
we go. Also, I have Shillelagh active right now, right? It didn't take over a minute for us to engage, right? How many turns of Shillelagh do you think I would have at this point?
Don't you get it for like 5 turns?
Do what I said.
I would say 3 turns. What?
Okay.
You didn't hear what I said.
You actually get it for 10.
Alright.
Usually.
Why won't it let me get rid of this? Now there we go. I'm gonna put red dots on them really quick because I'm noticing they're very hard to see.
They're a ghost amidst the combat.
I know. That way you guys can actually see where they're all at. I heard you
least-
call me Four Eyes, Christy.
Because, of course, nobody will call you sexy while other people can hear you.
Excuse me. Alright,
That's
now
just
you can
not
see
some-
the spiders here. Oh wait, there's that one too. Alright, so the spiders are gonna make their turn. So this one's gonna run up and attack Brian. Just jumping at him. And it just he just takes like a step back and it like lands from like and just completely misses. This one's gonna I just did some weird stuff. It's gonna go it's gonna come over here and then as it approaches it goes and just kind of lunges at Axe there. Alright. Where did his action go? Does a 12 hit? I'm assuming not. Axe.
Huh?
Does a 12 hit? I'm assuming
No, he
not.
has 17.
So that spider that spider just like trying to bite you, but it can't seem to get a grip on you. The spider that you
Yay.
just chopped is like, but it goes ahead and tries to bite you anyways, and it lands a 21 to hit.
Well, fuck.
Alright, it hits. How
Alright.
much does it do?
And you take 5 piercing damage as its fangs sink into your shoulder, and I need you to make a DC 8 Constitution saving throw.
It's not going to be 5 damage because in rage I have resistance.
Okay, so you have half damage from that.
So it'd be
Yeah.
like 2?
We'll say 2.
And then you said I have to roll something else?
And we can make a
Constitution
Constitution saving throw.
Okay. So
Alright.
14.
You feel the venom pump in your shoulder, but you manage to shake it off and not be affected too terribly by it.
Yeah.
And you take only 1 poison damage instead of the full.
So that means I took a total of 3 damage?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright.
29.
Those are those 2 spiders. This one's going to run over and attack Brian.
No!
Yes. He barely manages to scrape him with his with like the fang, and it doesn't actually penetrate and get some venom in him. But it does do a little scrape on his arm as he kind of like dodges out of the way, but just barely manages to hit him for 1 damage. Alright, this spider is going to attack. Having built a web to keep you guys from trying to escape easily from behind, it's going to attack. That is Zonda, I believe, yes.
Down here?
If it
Yes,
has a
it's
red
Zonda.
dot, it's Zonda.
Yeah.
Let's
Alright,
make sure
and
which
that is
spider's
a
doing what.
11 to hit.
No.
Alright, so it's trying to bite you, and you just take a step back, and it misses and is like scuttling in front of you.
Just look at like, bitch, please. Fucking.
Alright, this spider is going to also attack you.
I'm guessing it's one of these two.
Yeah, I gotta switch my cursor so you can see which one I'm using. This one.
Yeah.
And it rolls does a 13 hit.
Nope.
Alright, so it also, they're both like lunging at you, trying to sink their fangs into you and get it purchased, but you manage to dodge them both. This one's here is busy still injecting venom and like wrapping up Fellowman and Webb as it's taking its prey that it's captured. This one is going to attempt to bite the paladin standing in front of it.
Bring it.
Oh, no, not good. And it rolls
Did
a
it
nat
roll a
20.
nat 20 again on him?
Yes, it rolled a nat
Always on
20.
you, man. Always on you.
Story
it
of my
does.
life.
Its fangs sink into your neck, like it jumps and lands on top of you. You have this like dog-sized spider, like sinking its fangs into your neck for 7 piercing damage as its fangs just. I need you to roll a Constitution save.
Oh shit. Nat 20.
A nat 20.
Did I mean
All right.
right? Yeah.
So you feel the fangs sink in, but you manage to shove him back off, shove the spider back off before it can actually inject venom into your neck, and you don't have any problem with that.
Inject the venom.
But you took 7 piercing damage.
Okay, 7 piercing damage, no problem.
Rubbing all over us, right?
There's webbing. It's mostly in front of you because you guys managed to stop just before reaching their little nest area. But in the area, like, you can see the webbing on the ground there that I put as the little black and white.
That. Okay.
Yeah.
So looks like he's in webbing, but that's it.
Yeah, you guys barely managed to. That one there is not Thelma. This is Thelma.
No, that's Axe. That's Axe.
That's Axe.
Element. Yep. Okay.
That's Thelma.
The guy with the axe is called Axe.
Yes.
What? No way.
All right. So next comes Balthazar. It is your turn.
Alrighty. I'm gonna squeeze past Aaron here. Go up. There we go.
I'm assuming you're staying shield in front of this guy so he doesn't get a advantage attack on
Oh
you?
yeah, I'm still facing him. I'm using my great sword, but that's not what I'm gonna actually do. I'm going
Wait,
to.
What about this guy? Doesn't he get an advantage attack off? Or
This one's busy fighting. Busy.
He's
with,
engaged with
right,
another
right,
target.
right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open my mouth wide and let loose the roar of the brass dragon.
I just clap.
So you're shooting fire breath at him?
Yep.
All right. Go ahead and roll. Wait, no, I have to roll. What is it? It's Constitution or Dex, right?
They need to beat
Dex.
an 11 dex, and otherwise they'll
Alright.
take full damage or half.
Okay. The first one rolls a nat 20. So I'm gonna say, as it was engaged with you, it manages to jump back and completely avoids the damage. It
Dang.
just jumps back into the tree. The next one manages to scuttle out of the way, but still gets singed for half damage.
Alright, your call. What's half of 7?
Half of 7. I'll say
4.
4. Which is, since it was already hurting pretty bad from when Axe chopped it a good one, the fire as it scuttles out of the way just sort of finishes it off as it's like, and just sort of like stops moving.
Yeah.
Alright.
It is, yo.
Turn to Zonda, and I hold up, was it 3 fingers now?
That's right.
Alright. That does take it to Zondo's turn.
Okay. I target this one with my staff.
Alright.
Rolled a 6. Missed it. Completely.
Was that a nat 1 as well?
Yes.
Alright. So as you try to swing at it, you kind of like trip a little bit, and almost you use your staff actually to keep yourself from tripping face first into the spider. So you just kind of like plant it in the ground and like are staring
I'm gonna
at it,
spend a
holding onto
key
your
point.
staff.
I'm gonna spend a key point to
Okay.
use flurry of blows so I can attack it twice. That was a 10,
Okay.
and that was an 11. So
Right. So in your attempt to flurry of blows, you kind of like pull the staff out of your way and just try and punch it twice. And the first time you just miss, and the second one just slams into its head.
oh shit, 11 works. Fuck
Yes.
yeah. Okay.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I looked at his hit points, not his. Okay, no, that you also missed with that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Thank
So
you.
you're swinging at it.
I
and
feel like I should get a pity one just because.
No.
Jokes.
You're swinging at it, and the spider's just like dodging out of the way of your swings.
Okay. Sad.
All right, and that takes us to Aaron. Aaron.
Hey, Ron.
Alright, so first things first. Before I turn into a beast, I would like to do a great spell because I can continue using concentration even after I turn into a beast.
Okay.
I will be using one of my spell slots to cast Moonbeam.
Moon!
Ba-dum-ba-dum-ba.
Okay.
And let's see, where do I want to hit?
Maybe the one that's attacking our poor mage fellow.
That would also hit him, wouldn't it?
It's a 5-foot radius. So
beam.
if I
Oh.
click here, for example, it would hit everything in this area.
Right.
Including me.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a monk.
So he can't hit anything more than 2, and that's only those 2.
Let's.
Technically, you could also probably drop it here because that's still in a 5-foot radius.
Yeah.
That would hit Axe and that if I do.
No, over
No, I'm
here.
over here.
Oh, you're. I was. Someone else was doing it. Yes, sure. I will.
I was
drop
thinking,
it
like,
right
yeah,
here.
you could hit 3 of them. I'd get a little bit hurt, but I'm more concerned with the whole quest giver dying, so. Do it, yeah.
Let's go ahead and move. Wait. This is Brian, isn't it?
No, Brian is here.
Oh. Okay, screw it. I'm putting it here.
No, you're not.
Okay. So you see this massive beam of just energy just into that area, and everything has to make a Constitution saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll your damage because it still takes half.
All
right, for Brian.
It just takes 2d. Okay, yeah. So. Where's my d10s?
What is
Where's my other
what
one?
is the number for them to save on?
What?
What's the number for them to
Constitution.
save on? Yeah, I know. I'm
What's
saying
that?
what's the saving number?
Oh, right. That's on me. My spell save DC is 14.
All right. So Brian is unable to get out of the way, and the lights just he's just like in pain. You
Do
said
I have to roll
14?
damage separately for each person, or is it?
No, it's for the full attack.
Okay.
And you said 14 was the save, right?
Yes.
Okay. So both spiders are just not able to get out of it either.
I rolled a 15.
And damage?
Yeah.
All right. You
Fine,
see
it's
Brian.
okay.
Brian's.
I rolled a 6 and a 9.
Okay. So you see the spiders. You said 15, right?
Yes.
Okay. The spiders are just and they just kind of engulf in flames and just to the ground and die. You see Brian just screaming in pain. He's barely standing, and he steps back, just out of the light. Just his flesh has been like charred, and he's just he's
Alright.
barely standing. What
Then
was
I
that
would
for?
like to look this way,
Okay.
stare directly at this spider, and use beast shape to turn into a giant spider.
Okay. So just you feel your form just shifts and changes as your new legs come. And just giant. You feel these giant fangs just build in your mouth and drip with venom as they fully come in. And you just stare at the spider, and the spider like looks at you very confused, like sort of thing. Okay.
The what the fuck moment.
And that will be my turn.
All right. That takes us to Axe. This is your turn.
Alright, so I hear shouting behind me. And so when I turn around, I see there's a spider in the middle of my group.
What spider?
Oh, I'm not a spider. I'm a giant spider. That's
Oh, you see that spider?
Yeah,
It's a bigger spider than the other spiders, but yes.
so I'm gonna go and engage it.
If you're attacking that one, you do take if you're going there, you do get a disengaged swipe by the other spider.
I'm okay with that. I gotta protect my little magic man who's gonna help me find my axe.
Alright. It does manage to nick you on your way through. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, and you take 3 damage of piercing damage.
wait.
What
I
did
just
you have?
what's
What-
my health? What is my health? Because my health as a giant spider is the actual giant spider's health.
Look it up.
And if the
Alright.
damage goes over, it's
You
gonna.
managed to
Read
you
a
managed
book.
to
Yeah, it's 4d10 plus 4.
Alright, go ahead and roll it.
So just
We got a. Actually, I'll just roll it on roll 20 because I don't want to roll multiple times. So.
Okay. And Axe, you take halved 3 piercing damage from the bite as it like nicks your ankle as you run back around.
My rolls are horrible. I have only 18. I have less life on a giant spider than my actual spider.
doesn't
And
X
you managed to shrug off the poison axe. So
I took
it
what?
does 1 damage of poison damage because you managed to shrug off most of its effects.
Alright, and so, still in rage mode, I'm gonna swing at this spider.
Okay. What's your
So-
AC as the spider?
50.
14
Alright, that's a hit.
is my armor class. But my dex modifier is now +3.
Okay.
Alright, so I just rolled, right? D20?
No, you got hit. 'Cause that's off your
Oh.
AC.
Oh, it's just okay. I
Yeah.
thought dex did something to it.
That's if that no.
I
not
thought
with
it might
AC.
for druids.
No, it's plus with AC. Yeah, it is plus your AC modifier for your total AC.
So it doesn't hit.
So that means you have 14 base plus 3
So we got 17, and
Okay.
Axe rolled 6.
So the axe just thud slams into the ground like right next to one of your legs. And you just pull a leg out of the way as the axe slams into the ground next to you.
You spew a little bit of web out. You spew.
Yeah. You're just like, oh my gosh, that just narrowly missed me.
What are you doing?
Alright. That takes us to Brian, who's still in lots of pain. You see him take his hands and just grab areas of burn, and energy is flowing from it as he's healing himself from the battle. He's like,
Poor bastard.
I won't say anything because you got the spiders, but that hat, nice shot, little lady.
I mean, it was either that or the spider's poisoning you, right?
I mean, so he's healing his burns, and that's his turn. So that takes us to the spiders. This one is going to run forward and attack the person who turned around from him. Is a 16? No, a 16 is not enough to hit you. So he just barely, just barely misses. As you feel his legs kind of like touch your back as it's trying to get purchase on you, but it
Wait,
can't.
so at this point, this is important. Is Axe engaged with me or the spider?
He is engaged with you.
If you move. But, dude, you can hit the spider on top of the sorcerer.
Alright, the spider is going to attack our paladin here.
Bring it.
And it rolled a nat 1, so as it's trying to jump at you, you manage to, like... What weapon do you have out?
I have the great sword.
Alright, you take the hilt of your greatsword and you just hit it in the face with the hilt. Now I want you to go ahead and just roll an attack to see if you can
Counter?
bring your sword back down on him. Yeah, sort of like a counter.
Alright.
Basically, I liked what Sheldon was doing for nat 1, so I'm incorporating it.
Fuck yeah.
Alright, so that's a
Oh,
hit.
fuck
Go
off.
ahead and roll
Well,
damage.
actually, can you like put something here because where my moonbeam is
Alright.
done.
Right.
Future turns.
Right here, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Moonbeam
hold
was
on.
here,
That was
though,
the
'cause I had-
attack roll again. I'm just gonna have to do 2 normal d6s. I think it's
Moonbeam
Yeah,
was
I can
here.
do that.
Yeah. You can put a giant M in the middle for Moonbeam.
That's
Be
fine,
great.
that'll work for me.
I know, I'm joking.
There we go, that works.
There we go. 9 damage.
Alright. So as
Smack
the
that
spider, as you smack the
Oh, wait.
spider,
I can re-roll 1s and 2s.
Oh, fuck balls.
you have to take whatever comes up, so if it's less, it's still...
Oh,
Right. You just...
hello there.
You hear this like sound as he smacks the spider in the face, and it just stumbles backwards, reeling from the blow. And you bring your sword down, cut it straight in half, just and the spider's the 2 halves just kind of go and fall on either side, and it dies.
Throw my hand up in the air, holding up 4 fingers.
He unfortunately doesn't see that; he's a bit busy.
Oh,
Because
just
these
for
two
everyone to
spiders are
see.
Both attacking him. First one misses, is still scuttling at your feet, trying to get you, and the next one also they're both still like trying to get on you and bite you with their fangs, but they can't get
On who?
hold of you. Zonda.
Okay.
Yes. These 2.
They
So
both
that-
kind of touched me.
Yeah. That takes
Bad
us to
touch.
Balthazar. Does your Oh wait, there's this spider here. Forgot about this one because he's underneath the him out of the way. So he's Thelman at this point is completely wrapped in spider webbing and just not moving at this point. And
He's
this
an
spider,
illusionist.
this spider goes ahead and just jumps at the paladin as well. Does a 17 hit?
It does.
All right, so
Yeah, I
it
thought you had 18.
does.
Well, I have 18
need-
when I have my shield out. I'm using my
I
great
need you to
sword.
make
so
a
I have less.
Constitution saving throw as well. Does 2 piercing damage as it manages to sink its fangs into the back of your ankle.
Okay, drop that down to 7. Constitution.
So you feel the venom pumping in through your ankle and flowing through your body. That's a nat 1, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right, and it's just flowing through your body. For some reason, you had a really big vein in your ankle and you didn't know it, being a dragonborn. And you take 7 poison damage that just flows through your body, and you can feel it burning in your veins. Just
Here we go again. We are down to 0.
oh, that knocks you out.
Yep.
And the
Oh,
rest of the guys who are
no.
looking in that direction, you watch as the paladin just tenses up as the venom flows through him and just collapses.
Knocked out again.
Doesn't poison do the thing where like I can't be healed normally and brought back up?
Depends on the poison.
Oh, okay. Spider poison, not so bad.
You'll find out.
Oh god.
All right, that takes us to what would have been Balthazar's turn. So, but since he's knocked out, I need you to make a saving throw, though, Balthazar.
Wait, this is Balthazar, right? Or wait, oops, I don't have the thing.
No,
No.
the one over, but yeah, that one. That one. No.
No, not a D10. I need to roll
Okay,
D20.
what's your size, Balthazar? What's your size?
That's a failure. That's 1 out of 3 failures, sir.
Yay.
All right, Zonda, it is your turn. You just
So
hear
I'm gonna
him.
use Step of the Wind to disengage after seeing my good buddy.
Yeah, you don't see it because you're face, but you hear him go like scream.
Yeah. I'm super pissed. I just jump over this and just bring the fucking staff down.
Thank you for moving. Thank you for moving.
I
couldn't
like
say anything to you because there's no way my character could communicate with you, but I'm so happy you moved.
my jump distance is doubled, so I'm gonna try and get over here-ish.
Okay. Go ahead
I'm
and
gonna
make an
jump
acrobatics
straight
check,
over
please. With advantage because you're super enraged.
15.
I'm being nice.
Roll the 1 normally, because
Yeah,
I'm just
I was
lucky.
being nice on that one. Alright, so you managed to vault over it and turn to face it.
And I rolled a 12 for my staff hit.
Okay. You
Did it
just
hit?
barely thwack right in front of it and it goes and kind of like
yeah.
scuttles back in surprise.
4, because I get to roll a 1.
Is that
Roll
your
20
attempt?
is out to kill us.
Are you trying to punch it? Is that what you're trying to do?
No, that was my quarterstaff.
No, you missed with the quarterstaff. It slammed right in front of it and
Oh.
it kind of scuttled. It
I thought you
scuttled
said
back
you
away from it.
barely hit. Okay.
No, I said that
never
you
mind.
barely missed.
Punch it. 14.
Alright, that does hit. So as it's scuttling back and it kind of like turns to look at you, you just punch it right in the face. Right in its little
And
eye.
I rolled a 4.
Right.
I'm so fucking lucky.
You're gonna
You get
tickle
it?
the
No.
enemy to death.
He's the Will Wheaton of our group.
I just love in the chat bar. I see 4 critical fails.
You give it a good sock right in its many eyes and goes and kind of like screeches as it continues to scuttle backwards. It's just like, oh, what just punched me sort of thing. Right, that takes us to Aaron.
It should be melted. I'll be back.
Okay.
Right.
Since I can still affect my concentration spells in form, I will use my action to move my moonbeam up to 60 feet, and I'll move it to right here. That looks like a good angle where I shouldn't get hit, right? Up to you?
Yes.
Okay.
You said here, right?
Yes, but that obviously went... Yeah, so it's like, it's right here, yeah.
Yeah. So on their turn, they're gonna have to make
But
a
it
Constitution
obviously
saving
hits
throw.
him again, unfortunately.
Wait, so it moves like?
Can't you
like
move
it's
it
busy?
around, though? Can't
No,
you, like,
it has to move straight. It has to move straight.
So you can't do
Oh.
2 straight lines?
Okay.
No, I can only move it once in a direction. I can't be like, oh, I move it in a weird.
Go ahead and roll your damage then.
Doesn't it also get axe as well?
What?
Or no, wait. Because if you're...
No, he
oh, no.
moved it, like,
Okay,
right
yeah.
here.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah.
Axe is right here. He's fine.
Okay.
See what I get.
It's sketchy for him, though.
A 5 and a 2, so 7.
Right, he manages to shrug it off this time, just like, like more resistant, like, I know you don't like me, but is really burning me this much necessary, friend?
I'm like, I smell bacon.
I am not a pig. Alright, that takes us to. Oh wait, that was your. Okay, what else would you like to do?
So, wait, it hurt the spiders though, right?
It will on their turn.
No, it does damage when it first passes through someone on
Okay.
any turn, and when they start their turn.
And has a resonation effect.
Right. So, and you said that your spell saving throw
7.
thing was
14.
7? 14? Okay, so both of them get fully blasted by it. As the fire just. And they're just like. As the fire envelops them. You said 7 damage total?
Yes.
Okay. You can see their bodies getting kind of roasted by the fires.
Very
At
possible.
least we know they have an armor class of 13, though, guys.
Information I would like to know, conscious.
And then I go ahead and turn towards Axe here and just like kind of try my best
Sign
to make
language.
to make my hands move and like what the hell are you doing? I don't
Like
know.
your spider legs? Just like you're like
Yeah, just like try to like do something to make it seem like I'm not an actual spider, you dumbass.
Okay, so he is enraged, and you are a spider. I want you to make a persuasion check with disadvantage against Axe's intelligence.
A spider trying to convince a raging barbarian. This is what I came here for.
Axe, what is your intelligence again, Axe?
I thought he said be right back.
Oh, that's right. His intelligence is 12, so you have to beat a 12.
Oh, knowing me, I'm gonna roll 3 twice. You're good.
And it's disadvantage, so.
I already rolled a 7, so I failed.
Okay, so you're just waving your legs around like, and you just see the barbarian like still coming
Like finds you disgusting because it's a spider moving about.
Yeah, and you see froth coming from his enraged eyes, and some of the spots where he had been like pierced with the fangs and the blood coming down, just like ready to just chop you into pieces.
Songwriter, wouldn't that normally be an opposed roll?
Probably. I guess we can have Born, but since he's not here, we'll just have him roll when he gets back. Yes. But I'm still pretty sure you're gonna fail that one.
Unless he rolls a 1.
Okay. Well, okay, so when he gets back, we'll have him roll, and then if I fail that, I'm gonna immediately use my bonus action to cancel my transformation. I
Okay.
don't wanna get hit by
Dude,
it.
don't cancel it, because your health, like your spider health, is just like temporary health. Like if you get all that health
It
gone,
is,
you turn
it
into
is.
a person.
That's very true.
Yeah.
But I am very, very scared of him doing upwards of 40 damage in a single turn because overkill
Yeah,
damage does
because he's
go
a
to my
crit
hand.
monster.
Exactly. I don't want him to hit me. If he hits, I find it fully possible for him to one-shot me through both health bars.
That's insane.
Didn't he do like 45 damage in last week in a single hit?
I believe he did with a crit. Yes.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the restroom real quick while this is happening. Can you explain what's going on to him when he gets back? If he gets back before,
Wait, what are you gonna have him roll?
on his intelligence,
Okay, what does he need to get?
he has to beat your 7.
Lower
He
than
has to get
7.
lower than your 7
For you to win.
for you to win. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'll be right back. Osric is an expert. Damn, he can answer questions.
Okay, fair enough.
Osric, I'm gonna send you something on Facebook. Don't really worry about it. I'm trying to like put that as my character's face,
Okay.
and I'm not sure like how to do this. So I sent it to you on Facebook to see if like I could use the picture from Facebook to change it out. Can I? Is there a way to do that?
No, you just have. Do you have it saved on your computer somewhere, like as a dot something file, like a dot JPEG or dot PNG or whatever?
How would I go about that? Save image as,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And just upload it to Roll20.
Zonda. Save.
Then on Roll20, like back on the main part of the screen in your profile, there's
All right, I'm back. What'd I miss?
fun.
We need you to roll.
How do I
intelligence
fuck with that,
because-
Osric?
Okay. I'll answer you that in just a minute, Quibbles. Okay, so Born, you need to roll an intelligence check. So that's 20. You know, like a D20 plus whatever your modifier is, which is like what, like a +1.
For what, intelligence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Please roll a
if
6 or
you
lower.
get a higher than 7, you've outsmarted that wily giant spider that was trying to impress
I was
you.
trying to communicate with you to tell you I'm not a spider.
How's that working out?
It didn't.
Oh.
So I will now use my bonus action to turn back.
Yeah, because that spider was trying to convince you, but you're smarter than that. You're not gonna fall for that kind of crap from that spider.
I don't speak Iraqi.
I threw it on the ground.
Oh my god.
You
So-
can't convince me, Spider-Man.
Okay.
You're not a
I'm back.
man. You're a spider. Man.
What happened?
He rolled an 18, so I used my bonus action.
He has no.
Normal form.
I give
Alright.
no shits about you or your spideriness.
Alright, it does make it Axe's
And-
turn, as you just see.
Right
I need to
before
help
I,
Quibbles
end
here
my
on something
turn,
real
I'm
quick.
Okay.
Kyle,
Why are you attacking me?
like in another tab, go to Roll20 so that you're like on the main screen,
Okay.
and up by your name, there's like a little drop down arrow, and you choose my profile.
And then,
And then to the left of your name, there should be like a link that says change image.
there we are. Choose a file.
And if you browse or whatever to choose that one you saved, you should be able to get it there. Do you still swear you see extra legs? No.
You watch the legs kind of like suck themselves. The legs kind of suck themselves back in, and you see before reforming before you.
And
Someone kinda recommend-
when it changes back, I'm like, you idiot! I'm a druid. I change forms.
All right, and that makes it Axe's turn as he's coming barreling towards you with the axe. What's he gonna do?
Can't stop now. It's mid swing, right?
No, he's not been
Basically.
swinging,
This
but
was
he just swung. He's pulling it back up to swing again, but it's up to him on what he does.
No, I'm still swinging because spiders are tricky, man.
All right, go ahead and roll for me.
Oh,
Just in your enraged form.
Because to
you're just
me-
confused.
If,
second.
to me, I turn around, I see a spider, and then it turns into a person. You've not transformed before, so to me, this is like, ah, shit, magic spider,
Yeah,
kill the
I
fucker.
have. I turned it.
No,
You never did.
Shit.
Second
I told you
episode,
not to do it.
total party kill.
I have straight up told you.
Oh god!
Roll for damage.
Was
Okay, so
that,
that's
was that a nat
that's-
20?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no!
And so that's when. Wait a minute. Because of Orcish Fury
Oh my god.
or Savage Attacks, I get an extra roll on top of the critical, so that's 3d12 right there.
Oh god!
Isn't it something like if you do double the health, they just die instantly?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you overkill by their max health.
All
Remember
right.
when I told you not to transform from the spider?
You take
Okay,
27
I didn't
damage.
think he would still attack me.
You just
You gotta
he-
think
as
from
you-
his point of view. He is just a meat wad, and he just watched a spider do a magic trick in front of him.
27.
Number one in the
So-
hood, G.
How much
He's
health do
dead.
you have, Aaron?
He's
Not
dead.
enough.
Not is that double?
23.
Okay, so you're not dead, but you're knocked out. So
No.
as you turn, you're kind of shaking, like no. You see the axe just, and you go like, just this giant gaping wound in your chest, and you just collapse to the ground, like knocked out.
Please, for the love
How
of God,
good
turn
is
around
that?
to smack the other spider. For your extra hit.
Oh god dang it! Now my
I don't have an
moonbeam-
extra hit yet.
Now my moonbeam fizzles because I no longer have concentration.
Yeah, the moonbeam is gone. The light just
Those two spiders
dissipates.
that were going to die will no longer die on their turn.
What spiders?
Uh,
There's no spiders there.
Yeah, there are. There's two here.
Zonda yells at Brian to heal.
I thought his thing was over here.
Brian actually, he hears you scream as you get chopped and turns around to watch this happen.
Drew this.
See you fall. That's me. Yeah, this is gone.
Yeah, no,
Say that you love me.
Alright, is that the end of your turn?
No,
Matt?
no, why?
No, because then I turn to face this one.
Okay.
Like, I was pretty sure that was the song you're going with, right? I'm not
Yeah,
wrong.
it was. It was.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. For
That's all I
Brian's
feel like
turn.
I did.
For Brian's turn, he turns and he sees you fall, Aaron. And he's like,
He
"Oh
claps.
no!
Yeah.
No! And he just runs
Oh,
over
that
to you.
dude.
Like your clothing has also been torn straight down the center in your chest as well, by the way.
Boobies!
As he runs over to you, he's like, stops. He's like, "How old was? How
Oh,
old is
she's
this
flat
now?"
chested. Yeah.
How
She's
old
like
is this?
5.
So is the FBI gonna get us now?
No, 19 is.
FBI, open up!
He
Swatted.
stops. He's a little taken back by the fact that you look older than he thought you were, just because of your height. And he goes ahead and, careful not to touch a spot that'd be inappropriate, he does cure wounds as he touches your arm. He's like, "Come on, stay with me, stay with me."
I just yelled her.
Touch the parts.
You wouldn't be so concerned about touching the wrong parts if you were actually focused on healing them.
Action
Yeah.
1, touch the darkness within.
I mean, if you were a man and you turned around after hearing a woman scream and then
I'm
saw
sorry.
her clothing was
If you were
gone.
focused on a boob instead of the big ass axe wound, yes. you're
Or the
perfect,
spiders surrounding you about to kill you?
right? Like, there's other priorities which fall in order of, wow, that person's damn near cleaved in two, and 2, wow, that's a fuckload of pug-sized spiders around me.
That's a lot of
He's
damage.
he's not got any spiders near him per se.
If number 1 is,
Anyways.
oh no, I don't want to accidentally touch a boob, yes, you're a pervert.
I mean, if you know you're gonna die, and that you want that to be the last thing you see,
Alright,
like
so
maybe
the
it's
amount of health-
acceptable.
The amount of
So
help
really,
get
you
back
want the
from
last thing you
his
see to be
wounds-
child boob? What is wrong with you guys?
Technically, he said she's 19, so
See, it's legal.
you heal back
I don't know what
Molly.
this hand crap is.
17 in health from his cure wounds.
Wait, but how does that work when I've been knocked out?
All right, so you will wake
You're
back
still
up.
not-
Normal?
Right?
Yeah, you take that full amount of health back, and you wake up. And the giant gaping hole in your chest, just most of it seems to seam back together, but it's not fully healed. But you're enough back together that you can move again without.
You see Zonda giving Brian a
So
middle
do I-
finger.
Okay,
Fuck
so
you.
when he knocked me out, do I keep the negative health? And then
No.
when so I would just be from 0 to 17 now.
Correct. He's like, "Stay with me, stay with me." He's kind of like shaking you, like, "Don't die on me today."
Okay.
Osric, do you like Zonda's face? Just-
Your
I think I
character
threw it
just
back.
went through a whirlwind of health points.
Yeah, pretty much.
Literally getting insta-bapped and then being brought back to full.
I am not back to full.
no.
But you are conscious again, but you're lying on the ground prone because you got knocked over by that. This spider is going to,
Nice.
because it's now the spider's turn. Where is Zonda? I completely lost track. Okay, he's over here.
I'm on the other side of the spider. I did like
This-
a front flip over him.
This spider, seeing you down, is gonna try and come over here and take a chunk out of you, because it's like sees you wounded. It's like kind of like the lion going after the weakest zebra sort of thing. I think it's advantage because you're prone, I believe. Isn't that right? Osric with prone.
What's that?
If someone is prone and someone attacks them, do they get advantage?
If it's
a
melee.
attack. Right.
Yeah, if they're close to them or it's melee, yes.
It doesn't manage to sink its fangs into you, but it's like on top of you, just like you manage to hold its fangs back with your hands. Just
Oh, I'm
you
having-
wake up and the spider's
I'm
on
back
you.
in human form, so my armor class is actually only 11.
Oh god.
11.
Yeah.
Oh,
Then you
Not
did.
playing
I
fair.
no longer
These
have
things
my
go
17
from
armor class.
worst to
I think
worse.
its roll is only 10 though, so you're
Oh, okay,
fortunate.
okay.
But you're
Nothing
holding its
changes
fangs
from
as it's
spider
like
form.
its fangs are like inches from your face, and you're just managing to hold it back with all of your remaining strength, which isn't very
That
much.
shapeshift back was a great idea.
This one goes ahead and tries to attack Brian. And it just misses and goes like launches itself past him as it tries to jump on him, just confusedly missing him there. All right, this one is gonna attack the frothing raging barbarian, and it's kind of terrified because it just watched it tear apart what it thought was a giant spider, It's gonna kind of like, instead of attacking, it just kind of like bites, but doesn't even attempt to hit him. Just kind of like backing away as it bites. Like.
I've taught spiders how to fear.
And this one is going to turn after having knocked out that person and come after Zonda. Yes.
Forget my name already.
And it misses as it starts lunging towards you with its fangs. It just completely misses your leg as you manage to pull it out of the way in time. That takes us to Balthazar, and you need to make another death saving.
Yay.
Come on.
All right, that's successful.
Oh, good. Like, I was about to go, oh, sweet Jesus.
We're gonna play this game again, 1 for 1 until the end.
All right, that takes us to Zonda. It is your turn.
Super pissed. Swing the quarterstaff. Got an 8. Punching. Got a 15. Thank you,
All right.
God.
All right, you swing with the staff and misses. The spider like ducks under it, and then you just punch it again in the face.
Oh, shit. Sorry, I accidentally clicked that here. There.
And you punch it in the eyes again, like right where you hit it last time. Just perfect shot
I hit
again
it
in the
with
face.
a 6. I didn't roll twice. That first one was an accidental click.
Okay, that's fine. And again, with another punch into its face is looking kind of mashed and mangled, and it's kind of having trouble seeing as it's like starting to back away from you because its eyes have been like mashed into its face. It's just like.
I raised my middle finger. Fuck you.
It doesn't have any idea what you're doing, but it's
matter.
backing away a bit. Alright, Aaron, you are on the ground, having just been knocked out by a giant axe cleaving through you, and then seeing a spider on top of you with its fangs inches from your face. So.
God, why?
And you can see its beady eyes looking directly into your eyes, and it's going like.
Good thing you changed from spider form.
Shut up. I would have gotten knocked out of it anyways, okay?
Oh, would you have? You had 21 health. The spider had at least 15. You would have taken 27 damage and been at half health and been fine.
Hey, at least he's still not unconscious.
So let me rephrase this. The way you woke up is you saw Brian holding your arm, like shaking you, like "Don't die on me," and then the spider landed on top of you. Like, hissing in
You
your
better
face.
treat Brian
So
better than
that
you did
spider for no
Honestly,
die on.
the entire this would completely change my character's opinion of him because the reason she was so mad at him was because before he treated them as if he didn't care about their lives. Now that he's actually saved her, oh, she's definitely forgiven.
Now I just have to figure out some way to knock Nerd's head off.
Knock
You
his
mean
block.
Axes.
No.
It's the axe now.
Fucking axe just going ham on anything that has more than 2 legs.
I'm gonna be fair with you and say you should not pick a fight with the barbarian that does not actually care if you live or die, and has no heals. Like, you being pissed at him is pretty futile.
What would you like to do, Aaron?
And the thing is, that critical, I could have added another D12 damage die to it.
You didn't, to be nice.
Yeah.
Please
I didn't say I'm gonna
stop. Please stop.
But I'm pissed off.
I like how you're like, you've seen me transform before. No, you were level 1 when we fought
To
last
get
time.
out from under the spider, you can make a opposing strength check to get out from under the spider, or you can just try to
Wait,
attack
it's
it.
on top of me? I thought
It is on
Yeah.
top of you with
It's
its fang.
mounted.
You're holding it. You're holding its
I'm
fangs.
not making a strength check with freaking -3
7
strength.
Jeez.
Like, also, you
no.
can make an acrobatics check to like slide out of the way, so it will slant its fangs into the dirt instead of into you.
Like an acrobatics.
Sort of like an agility thing to kind of like dodge as the fangs
contort?
slam in. Yeah, basically like a reflex twitch.
See how flexible druids are.
Well, when they're that
I
tiny,
have
they better be pretty
terrible
flexible.
strength and pretty bad dexterity, so
You know what? Just pick the better of the two, because he's really being nice right now.
yeah.
You could also just try to attack it if you want
Wait,
to.
can I use my animal handling skill to
You can try.
Do
That would be your
spiders count
action.
as animals?
All right.
Yes.
You may
Technically,
try.
animals are just consumers. The only reason plants aren't animals is because they don't consume.
They do.
They're the
consume.
creators.
They consume.
Not
sunlight.
really. Yeah, but that's not consumerism, sir.
Have
If
you
look at
seen
it-
a Venus flytrap?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Picture
Yeah.
plant.
And you know what? If you want to call that one an animal, go right the fuck ahead, buddy.
All right, Aaron. What would you like to do?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'd like to use animal handling and my knowledge of how spiders work to properly maneuver my way out of under this spider.
All right, I'll let you roll that one.
All right.
I'll do this in a post check.
I'd rolled a 16 and I have a +6 because of animal handling.
Alright. You managed to like
22.
think as you think about it, and you know where its fangs would land, if depending on where you were, because you've been a spider before, where it's aiming
You
for.
just rip the fangs.
You manage to just you let go of the fangs and just dodge to the side, and its fangs slam into the dirt beside you. It's still on top of you, but it's not about to hit you at this point. You can kind of like slide your way out from under, but it'll be half movement.
Okay, so that's just movement, right? It didn't use any action. Or...
The animal handling check was your action, or your bonus action, I'll say. So you have an action.
That's Shillelagh. Oh, let's
You have an
see,
action, but you don't have a bonus action. And
You
you
said
only
the
have half-
chalet was only 3 turns. Hasn't it been 3 turns?
It has not been.
Well,
three
it
turns.
also ended when I turned into a
Okay.
spider.
Yeah, you probably ended when you died too. So.
Oh yeah, because isn't it a
That
channel effect
too.
or some shit?
Yeah, it's not a channel.
Really?
So the way it works is it affects the staff that you actually, the club or staff that you do. You don't need to use concentration. You don't need to do anything. However, if you let go of it, of the staff, it ends. Or if the time runs out, it ends. And when you
You
turn
get knocked
into
unconscious.
something, or you get knocked unconscious, or when you turn into something, all of your equipment either melds into you or drops down. So that's me letting go. So that
Yeah.
would end it.
All right. So you can still choose to attack him if you would like.
I can. Let's see.
Do you want to crawl out from under him first and then attack you, or?
Well, yes.
All right. So you manage to like using your movement, you crawl out from under its legs as it's like trying to keep you there. It's like, Siri, shut up. Siri started to talk. And now you stand up, but you can't really move anymore. It took all of your strength to get back to your feet out from under the thing.
All right, and then I now have to use my one-handed quarterstaff attack, just absolutely terrible.
You're just
without
like girly.
Oh my god. This is
You're like
terrible.
girly swinging at it, like.
And I have to actually use my strength roll now. Oh my god.
Oh no!
I have to attack with strength instead of wisdom.
Go ahead and roll.
Maybe I shouldn't attack at all.
Defend thyself.
Alright, I'll try it. It's gonna be terrible. Alright,
All
here
right.
we go.
Go to girly swing at it, just like.
I rolled an 8, which with my -3 strength modifier is a 5.
So you swing at it, and the spider just turns to look at you and just, boop, just like pats it on the head with a stick. Like, spider's just like it didn't even care. And it's still ready to try to kill you. All right, Axe, it is your turn.
Yeah, swing at the one in front of me.
All right, go ahead and roll hit. All right,
That
that's a
hits,
hit.
yeah.
Ooh.
All right, you take your axe and you just bring it down on the next spider in front of you, and you chop that one in half as well. You're getting pretty good at squashing spiders, you think.
Yay! I face this one.
She's like,
A
next.
hunter must hunt.
You saw what I was doing on the other. I was like, swing, kill, next mob. Swing, kill, next mob. Swing, kill, next mob.
If
All
I
right.
didn't roll constant ones, that might be me someday.
Brian, seeing that you're back on your feet, man, she get out from under the spider. He's like, die, fiend, and just shoots a firebolt at the spider. Kind of infuriated that it like managed to do so much to you.
Touched on your boobies.
Yeah. Sure, we'll go with that. His firebolt nails it straight in the face, doing and then just like it burns a hole in its head where he shoots the firebolt, and like the creature just and falls to the ground dead.
Are you all right, miss?
He says to Aaron,
Yeah,
I thought you were dead.
a lot better now. Thanks. Maybe I tagged you wrong.
I'm sorry for our previous encounter, but that is not the way I normally operate.
alright, that takes it to the spider's turn. The spider is going to attack the raging barbarian in front of it.
Smart idea. Real intelligent.
It's a spider, I mean, what do you expect? Does a 20 hit, not natural.
Yes.
Alright. You take 2 damage as its fangs find purchase on your leg on the front, on like the shin area, and just and go ahead and roll a Constitution saving throw, please. Warren,
Huh?
roll a Constitution saving throw, please. You got bit by the spider. All right.
Too bad it wasn't
So-
activated.
Let me see here. I'm thinking that's not quite enough. Yeah. Alright, so you feel the poison kind of flowing through your shin, and you've had so much poison injected into you so far as you've been bit by several spiders that you just can't shrug this one off, and it's burning in your veins. And you take a total of 2 piercing damage and 3 poison damage.
With resistance?
Resistance on the piercing? I don't know, do you get poison
You're still
resistance?
rage.
Not poison, just the actual physical damage.
Right, so you take 1 physical damage because it's halved, and then you take 3 poison damage because that's not halved. Because you feel this burning come up your leg as the poison starts flowing.
So
through your
that's
veins.
4 total.
Correct.
Alright.
This spider is going to again attack the person trying to smash its face in kind of blindly. It doesn't know your name is Zonda, it's just a spider. Does a 19 hit?
Yes.
Alright. Its fangs manage to just barely nick you on the leg. Go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. You fail. But it's still enough to get some venom into your leg, and you take 2 poison damage along with the 1 piercing damage.
So, okay. 14 health. And it's now it's saving throw time. Let's see.
What, you're knocked out?
No.
Oh no, Balthazar. I need you to make a saving throw, please, Balthazar.
I mean, I'd rather not, but okay. Yep, we're gonna keep playing this game, folks.
Alright, that's a failure. Alright, Zana, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna swing my staff at the spider in front of me.
Alright.
And I
Alright, that's a hit. Roll damage.
and D8.
Alright. You
11.
take your quarterstaff and you crack it onto the same spot you already punched it twice, and that just finished, like, it goes through its head. It's just been pummeled so much, and just when it falls over, it can't move anymore. Its brains have been splattered.
Can I take my my herbalism kit and try to like give him a saving throw? Like right? Like
That would be a medicine check, I
yeah,
believe.
I have medicine.
Okay. Go ahead and do a medicine check.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Would have been 125.
I'll say that you don't manage to like heal him, but you manage to like get a poultice ready quick enough that it's enough to stabilize him. So he's not dying anymore, but it didn't really help him that much.
Yay.
But does it remove the poison?
Did you suck it
Yes.
Okay,
Here's the poison.
at least we'll be able to resurrect him then. At least-
What did you say, Maya?
I may have accidentally cast a spell I can't cast.
What do you mean you can't cast it?
That
You
was,
don't have the materials for Moonbeam, do you?
No. When I was adding my spells from after the level up, Moonbeam is not a spell I can actually get yet.
Oh, what level is
I
it?
don't
actually?
get that till level 4.
Oh, shit.
It was inspiration. We'll all be quiet about it.
He blew
I'll
his.
let it slide
He-
for now because we can't. It's already way past that.
Yeah, that's.
But
I'm sorry.
you definitely
about that.
can't cast that again, and you still lose the spell slot. I'll say. Here's what I'll say: is that like you managed to you saw this vision of a spell that you thought that you'd seen another druid use, and using most of your energy, you managed to cast it. So go ahead and wipe another spell slot.
For that?
Yes,
Should I
use
make
a
it
second
like-
spell slot.
Okay.
Getting knocked down made you forget the spell. Like,
Yeah, you can't
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
You can't remember how you did it,
Yeah.
but you definitely did it.
All that brain damage.
Okay. Shit.
Like,
I'm
turns
sorry
out
about that.
all that blood really took a lot out of you.
All right, and that takes us to air. Wait, that was the spider just attacked. No, you just Zonda attacked the spider. That takes us to Aaron. Aaron,
Yeah.
one spider remaining.
So are you still down right now?
Me?
The only person who is down is Balthazar, but he's stabilized.
He's stabilized, but he's not awake, right?
Correct.
So why don't I just wake him up?
You can try.
Give me 1 second, because I need to actually move the correct spell in, which is one I can cast.
Oh me, oh my. You remembered a healing spell after forgetting the fucking damaging spell and getting your shit kicked out of you.
Yeah, that was
Beautiful.
really dumb. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's fine, dude. The real dumb part was you changing out of spider form.
Okay, yes, fair, yes.
Oh shit.
Alright, and because this is, because this uses, I copied this directly from the thing right now and haven't fixed the spelling.
Okay.
There might be some spelling issues in here, which I need to fix. But
I get
oh
a
my God,
good
that's
berry.
terrible. That looks terrible. Basically, it heals you for 1 health.
All right, that would be enough to wake him up if you can force him down his throat.
Yeah.
And
so
also,
Make sure.
all for a day.
Also, just realize that if you shove a full berry in his mouth, he will probably choke because it's an entire berry.
No, he squishes it in like juice.
Yeah,
He
squishes
mama
it
birds
in.
me.
Mama birds.
Exactly.
I mean, she technically.
So I'm right next to him, right?
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yes. I keep
Yeah, you're like
confusing these two.
right there.
Yeah. So I go ahead and cast Goodberry, and
Yeah, you can give him
crush
that
one
good
and, like,
berry.
force it down his throat.
All right. So you wake up, and how many berries are you putting in? All of them, or just one?
You tell me. Can I shove them all in? Because
It wouldn't
it
heal him
says
past
eating
one.
a single. It does say eating a single berry keeps you full for 24
I mean,
hours.
you could just crush the whole thing in your hand and make grape juice into his mouth. I would assume there.
Yeah. Only thing is, one berry keeps you full for 24 hours.
I'm going to be so
We don't wanna
full for the
explode
next
his
10
stomach.
days.
It doesn't say it fills you,
Doesn't
it just says
say
it gives
would
you the
fill you, it just
nourishment.
gives you the nourishment.
Okay.
So basically,
yeah,
you're
fair
getting fatter now.
enough. Okay.
mean-
Yeah.
I will crush all of them.
You just gave him the
Alright,
calorie pill of hell.
You wake with a start with this delicious taste of something in your mouth as you awake. You feel energized almost as you
I'm
restore
not
some
fair.
health.
With all the exercise he just got, you know, that calories aren't going to be that bad.
And the whole near-death experience.
So,
Yeah,
how,
he
Alright.
really needed that nourishment. Fuck.
Is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn, Aaron?
so how much do I heal for? Just the one, or do I heal?
Just 10.
Just 10?
10.
All of
'cause
it.
10 berries.
Okay, sweet.
Let's go ahead and just Yeah, I'll just stay here. I'm done.
Okay. Axe, it is your turn.
He rolls a 1.
Axe.
Barn, you there?
Barn.
What?
It's your turn.
I swing.
Really?
I hit.
Alright, roll for damage. Alright. You bring your axe down onto the spider, just.
Hold up, because I know that won't kill this thing, because this one's still at full health, right?
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's taken a hit from something. Its body is a little bit beat up.
I thought
Looks
that
like it's been
was
singed.
Well, regardless,
That
I'm
one
going to
got-
use
that one got
my...
burned by my inspirational moonbeam.
Yes.
Well, just to be on the safe side... No, I'll just hit it. I'll save that because
Alright.
I know something's coming.
As you drop your axe into it, you feel a bite and and the spot is like right in the middle of his head. It doesn't go the whole way through, but it just the spider's like eyes just falls over dead.
Hooray! We live!
I immediately go to check on Balthazar, like, you okay, buddy? You still
buddy.
alive?
Yeah, my pride's a little wounded. This is the second time I've nearly died in the past 2 days.
No, nobody here needs pride. Pride is useless.
Brian's
Can I
gonna
roll?
look over. Go ahead.
Can I roll for perception?
Yeah, everyone, you can go ahead and roll to look around. I'm assuming that's what you're gonna do.
I'm looking up.
Up, looking up. Okay.
He's making sure there's no spider hanging from a tree above him.
You look
Okay.
up and you don't see.
Do I see
any
like the
spider.
queen spider up there?
You don't seem to see anything, but what you do see is you look around after you look up is that you see, like, covered in some spider webs in one half, you see a bunch of standing stones. What appears to be like a circle with a large, like, table-like stone in the middle. Off about over, like, half of it's covered and half of it's behind the spider nest, like, off the
So-
map this way.
Zonda turns to Aaron there and be like, hey, can you use that moonbeam thing again to get rid of those webs?
Brian's going to point at Thelma and be like, so, does someone want to help this fellow? The one who tried to stab me?
Who tried
Wait,
to
which
stab
one?
Thelman, who's wrapped up in spider webs laying on the ground.
Oh.
Because they've tried to stab you. I almost cut your head off. Unc almost killed you.
I walk over there and just pick him, help him get up. Just like,
He's not moving.
Oh.
okay, so, yeah.
Do you go ahead, are you gonna go ahead and get him out of the spider webbing?
No, I'm just gonna say, hey, Axe, can you take care of this? Pick him up. Not murder. Remember, murdering bad, okay? Murder bad.
Can I go over and check for a pulse?
You may.
On the spiders?
He already
Yeah.
has somebody to help him up.
Oh, okay. I guess let Axe see if he has a pulse. He's good at feeling the lifeblood flow out of his enemies and friends.
Come on, where are those two snakes facing each other?
Alright, I could check because survival probably matters
Yep.
for this.
Go
Okay,
ahead, go ahead and
Jesus.
Alright, I use my survival skills to check for vitals and basically see how he's doing.
He's alive. You can tell. You can feel his pulse faintly beating.
I'm just
but,
gonna go medicine his shit.
All right. You can definitely tell he's alive. And Zonda, with you don't know exactly what kind of poison the spiders have, but you don't think it was to kill. You're guessing he's probably going to be just knocked out, paralyzed, probably for a while. Because you know that spiders tend to paralyze their prey and then kill them. Sometimes.
He never told us his name, so I think he deserves it. Whatever.
Well, I can wake him up, just give him a little of that lay on hands action.
I mean, do you really want to use a lay on hands to somebody who's sleeping?
Just-
let him take
just-
a nap, man.
Just 1 point, but yeah, fair point.
It also depends on where the hand is laying.
Yeah.
On
Brian
that little
goes,
scepter there.
Brian's going to walk up and take a look at him.
Guys, we need a wheelbarrow for every time we get someone unconscious, so someone can just put him in there and like push the wheelbarrow.
I don't think even my healing spells could wake him up at this point. He has so much venom in him. At least he won't die, unfortunately.
That's not very nice.
He tried to stab me. What do you expect me to give him flowers and hope he feels better?
Well, did you do something to deserve to be stabbed?
Didn't someone else
Not
break
at
your
all.
legs? Someone else
Yeah, I
broke
wasn't-
your legs and then you healed them. I mean, like, so
No,
far
no.
you were
Broke his own
going.
legs.
I broke my own legs tripping. It wasn't someone else I tripped.
Now that sounds like an abuse excuse. That sounds like-
You have no idea, but that one was myself.
yeah, that always sucks, huh, Mom?
He's gonna turn to Aaron and then he pulls out an extra set of clothing and tosses it to you because your clothing is a bit destroyed from the great axe going through all
At
of
least
it.
you don't work
He's
tomorrow.
also
right?
he doesn't look at you. He like covers his eyes to
Right.
be modest and chucks the
I'm like,
clothing in.
I like casually look down. I'm like, oh, and
Did you close your door upstairs so the cat doesn't get out?
what?
Oh, also, is the forest on fire or the webs? Should we be concerned about that?
It was damp enough because there's like very little sunlight that gets through
It's
that
fire,
it didn't. There's like a burnt area, but it's not.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Axe, you were feeling those standing stones you saw. You're feeling a strange attraction towards them.
Well, I was gonna go look and see if there was an axe on them or around them.
Did you want to? Were you looking for the? You also saw where the shiny thing was too. I didn't mention that.
Yeah, what is the shiny thing?
The shiny thing that you saw was actually a gold ring that you managed to pick up out of the web that was just hanging there, kind of like bait, almost. The gold ring is only probably worth a little bit of gold, probably around 2. You also happen, as you look around, you see some very poor travelers who are no longer travelers, who had been drained of blood by the spiders.
Does anybody see Axe pulling out the ring?
I think you're all kind of paying attention to Thelman at the moment, aren't you?
Fair enough.
To be honest, I don't give a shit about the ring, so I'll probably just kind of like toss it behind me.
No. Okay, so you pluck it off the web and toss it behind you. You also find, as you're kind of looking around, looking at the bodies, you see some gold, just kind of like coming out of one guy's pouch where he fell over, and one of the dead travelers has a silver necklace as well.
Has he alerted us to the items?
That's up to him.
I'm disinterested in them. To me, my character, that if I can't use it to survive or to help me in combat, I really don't give a shit.
But
I can't really fight with gold.
For some reason, you feel this weird attraction to these stones that you've seen. Like
Now, when you say attraction, am I gonna fuck the stone?
No, not that kind of attraction.
The dog.
But I do search all the people to see if they have an axe.
None of them have an axe.
Fuck!
Do I see what he's doing?
I'll say at this point, you've noticed that he's not with you, and you guys can turn around and see that he's searching the bodies.
Okay. Okay, so I don't need to roll perception.
No.
Yeah, I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just like, axe? Where are you, axe?
You find
I go
about
over
3
there
gold
to
pieces
look at
and
the
50
items.
silver you're searching through.
Like, I look at the adventure items they have on them, like their weapons and that kind of shit.
The best weapon you can find is a dagger and 1 short sword. They were just traveling. They weren't really armed.
No potions or anything?
The only items you found was the ring you nearly stepped on your way over there, Zonda, the 2 gold ring, and the silver necklace worth about probably 3 gold on on one of the travelers.
A gold ring? I got a gold ring now. Okay. Then you said I picked up some gold?
If Axe didn't pick it up, there was about 3 gold, 50 silver.
I did not pick it up.
I picked it up.
And a silver necklace on one of the travelers is next still.
And so I march off to go see.
And
what
I take the necklace. So it has a silver necklace.
Aaron has walked behind a bush and changed.
Okay. And as you look up to see where Axe is going, Zonda, you also feel this strange attraction to these stones that are kind of there.
I head in that direction.
All right.
My guy is not one to resist attraction.
I look and notice Zonda's going and following him, asking,
All right.
where are you going?
Aaron also follows behind.
The stones are pretty, man.
Brian also turns and sees what's going on and follows with you guys. As he's walking beside you, Aaron, he's like, "You seem a lot older than I thought. How old are you actually?"
I'm 19.
19? I thought you were like
I guess that's
14.
like 5 for an elf, unless you're like a half elf.
That's not true, actually. Elves physically mature at the same rate as humans. It's just that they live longer.
That's not for all elf races.
Is it not? Could've sworn it
I
was.
don't know.
It depends on what you read about in the different D&D books. But I think the new, like the standard
It used to be
5e,
like 40 would be like adult.
they've changed it.
I'm not even a full elf. I'm a half elf.
Okay, that's why I said unless you're like a half elf, then it's like okay.
Brian is kind of a little bit taken aback that because he thought you were a lot younger than you actually were.
Oh, he's not attracted to her anymore.
He's not a Catholic priest.
No, those are little boys.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
He
And when she was
does say,
about
however,
dead, it was so much better too. Oh my god.
He does say to you as you guys are walking up,
I'm not surprised, really, but I am surprised at the same time. Myself, many people assume that I'm a lot older than I am.
I shout before he can finish off his sentence. This way, guys, it's really pretty.
All right, he says that, and then you guys walk into the standing stones, and you just feel this presence with you as you're in the standing
like-
stones.
I immediately go like, wait, everyone, give me a moment.
Whenever I
And-
can, I try to shout over Brian.
And then I start the ritual for casting detect magic without using spell slots. So that takes
All right.
10 minutes.
And I'm gonna go ahead and use my divine sense.
Okay. You don't sense something. You sense something, but you can't tell for sure if it's divine or not.
Well,
So,
I think it's like fiends, zombies, undead.
Okay, yeah, you definitely sense a very, very strong presence.
I go over to Erin while she's doing like the spell thing, and I like feel the tips of my ears while looking at her. Like,
Okay.
like
As
just
you
stare.
as you finish the ritual,
Wait, do you want the since you weren't there before? Here, let me so that you can actually see this.
as you're finishing the ritual, you look up from the ritual to see kind of like what the magic. Whoa!
That's my character description.
Oh gosh.
Okay. Mine is slightly smaller. If you notice my picture right there, similar to that.
As you
Similar.
look around to see like what kind of lit up sort of thing to see what magic is there, the entire area is just brilliantly bright. Like the stones are just radiant in magical energy.
Now, did you
And then as
say?
you-
At this point, has it been 10 minutes or? am I
Yes, and that's when you hear a voice in everyone's head go. It seems you found me with your detect magic and divine sense.
Wait, how do we
been
find
a
it with
long
detect
time.
magic?
Stranger danger.
It's been a long time since I've had visitors to these stones. It was a beautiful fight you had there with the spiders. I quite enjoyed
What
it.
a dick for not helping us out with the spiders, man. Like, really.
Interesting thoughts you have there, son.
I mean, like, really, dude. There was like 8 of them.
I
Could have taken one of them.
am Vita Itelio, the blood drinker.
It's a pretty shit occupation.
Oh, it tastes quite delicious, let me tell you.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most of us has been poisoned. Do you really want to?
I'm not here for your blood. You see, your folks seem like quite capable fighters, but
Have you seen my ox?
no.
Fuck off!
As adventurers, I'm assuming you face death every day.
So far, once a day.
I wish to make you a deal.
Individually once a day.
I enjoy the suffering of souls, but I know when I find people who can help me in my passions.
You're a little bit of a pervert.
I will make you a deal. If you die, I will bring you back.
No!
But there's a payment for it.
No!
Did you say if he was
When
a
you-
celestial or fiend?
Yes.
Or male or female is really the important question here.
When you find your life fleeting upon restarting your story,
Alright.
make a sacrifice to set matters straight.
Would me knowing the primordial language have any help in this situation?
No, he's speaking in common in your guys' minds right now. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, dude. I know primordial, common, and Aran. I know sky people language, motherfuckers.
I know common, druidic, elvish, halfling, and primordial.
all right, you guys hear in your heads as he's
I'm
talking
pretty
to you
good
a
at
little,
making paper planes.
a little story sort of thing. When you find life fleeting upon restarting your story, make a sacrifice to set matters straight. When
I ask him
you
if he's
find-
my dad.
Eye for eye. He's completely ignoring you at the moment because he's in the middle of his little tirade. One for one, eye for eye, blood for blood, and you'll be set back straight.
Wait, so what exactly does he want?
Little elf halfling, if you die, I will bring you back if you wish, but there will be a cost.
He's going over the whole sentence again.
Damn it, you've got him monologuing!
He's like a record. He just like restarts it so he doesn't like lose the feel.
You are very pretentious.
So you say there must be a cost, but you're not exactly telling us exactly what you need. How
Yeah,
is it supposed to explain?
Turns out when you're making a contract, you shouldn't really be vague.
The
Lead to
cost of
discrepancies.
blood. You see the altar in the center of these stones.
You want us to bleed ourselves so you'll bring us back
Not
later?
yourselves. Bring me a sacrifice.
I pick up a spider and just like toss it in the blood pool. Just... There you go.
The blood of this beast does not suit my taste.
I like snap the little fang and just like pour the poison in. Like, here you go, buddy.
Very funny, Zonda. But that is not the blood.
How does he know my name? Did anyone say my name? Like, I haven't even introduced myself.
I know all of your names. I see your thoughts.
Alright, clearly this dude is some very bad juju. I vote we get out of here.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be like righteous murder of bad guys.
Oh, I am, but I've already got my butt kicked today. I don't think I can kill stones.
Yeah, you're like,
You didn't get your butt kicked, you got your butt
tactical
bit.
retreat.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Paladin. I have no intention of harming you. Unless you can bring forth the required payment royalty. In which case I'll take your blood instead of the sacrifice.
You know, venom isn't really like bad to drink. Like, as long as you don't have cuts in your mouth, man, you'll be fine.
Yeah, you can drink venom and have poison injected.
Drink some, then.
Okay.
Can I
I have no
offer
business doing
you some blood to safeguard my family?
No, unfortunately. I only want yours.
So,
Well, yeah, I was going to give you my blood in exchange for protecting my family back home.
He never answered whether or not he was my father.
No,
This
Luke.
is terrible.
I am not your father, but I will be a benefactor. You help me. As I said, if you die, bring me a sacrifice, and you will be set back on your back.
How are we supposed to bring you a
Wait,
sacrifice
how are
when
we
we
supposed to-
die?
yeah, I
I
thought
will
you
bring you
needed
back.
something now.
And you will bring me a sacrifice.
So you want us to bring like a random person and
So like
sacrifice you?
Brian here.
Yes. Brian looks at you like, me? What does...
I
I
mean-
don't know if we should trust this darkness, really.
You're the one who did the least during that fight. I mean,
No, he saved
Well,
me.
look at it this
I
way.
saved
None of
life.
us are dead, so there's
yeah,
no
I said the least.
reason to sacrifice anybody just yet.
If you
Like-
don't die, you won't have to bring the sacrifice, though. I would.
I mean, he never said we had to kill him. He just said a sacrifice. We just drain him a little bit of blood. It'd be fine.
Oh, a little bit is not enough.
You know what? You are not the kind of person. Like, why are you bargaining here, sir? You're
Because
just like,
it's
this is my
hard.
rule.
It's hard to go out and get my own blood. Get blood on my own to drink.
I mean, if you're powerful enough to bring us back from the dead and you can't get your own blood, I mean, that's a little bit.
Interesting thoughts.
Like,
Trust
like,
me, I
dude,
have
there's a
all-
town back there. Like, this fucking lady that works at a beer company, she'd probably be great.
Bring her here.
Like,
I would be happy to have her.
be a bit of a bitch, but I think you could probably eat her. You know?
Then bring her.
Fine. I mean, why would I bring her instead of you just, you know, doing
You
that
don't
yourself? I
need to
mean,
right now.
don't.
When you die, you'll know.
I am a firm believer of not giving a man a fish, but teaching a man to fish.
So, are we gonna build him like a stone golem body, or what?
No,
No.
you need a
We have
body.
axe here. Like, you can just load him up.
Do you not have ears, you fools?
I just want you to bring me a sacrifice in
Did
exchange.
anyone else hear him call me a fool?
Do we hear that? Or is that just...
It's all in your heads right now.
'Cause that
I
was
can
really
bring
mean.
you back to life. All I need is when you die, I'll
So,
bring you
what-
back, and you'll fetch me a sacrifice.
What kind of bring back to life are we talking here? Like resurrection style or evil corruption style? Like
Look
what
at
kind of-
yourself right now, Genasi.
You know what, at least that's my right.
You will stand as you stand now here in these stones.
So weak and sort of bloody. I got bit by a spider. It really fucking hurt.
You are very interesting ones.
Like,
No, you will be fine. You won't be bloody and have holes in you like you do now.
then it won't be exactly like I am. You're confusing me, sir.
Probably because you have a petty, foolish little mind.
I mean, I'm a little bit above average, to be fair.
Okay, so if we die, this guy will resurrect us. Just needs a sacrifice. Anything else we should know? Or do we want to just move on?
And she says, "What kind of creature do you need sacrificed to be? Must it be a what's the word? The sentient being, or can it be some deer?
Can we cut a tree?
Sentient.
I mean, deer are
A
sentient.
life for a life.
Okay, intelligent beings is what I meant.
Yes.
I don't know, I've met some smart deer in my day.
Dude, there was some goblins back there. Those goblins whooped our ass. Like, we could just use those guys.
Yeah.
We'll be fine. Those guys, like, outwitted us every step of the way.
Yeah. Okay. I'm down.
I mean, who are we sacrificing here? I mean, like, we could always go back to that, like, lady at the bar.
I don't need a
Like,
sacrifice.
not really a
here.
bar, but
Well, I would appreciate one if you brought it, but I will only require one of you when I bring you back. A life for a life.
Okay, so we know no gamers.
so basically, what you're saying is, in the future, if anyone actually cares to bring us back, it'll be fine just to, like, bring you a toad or, you know, he's obviously really a prince inside, but obviously a toad.
No, you will bring me a sentient being, not a deer, not a goblin. Though goblins have
Alright.
sentience.
What about a magical spider?
I find
No.
your idea of sentience a little unnerving. I mean,
And racist.
right? Like, I've met some goblins. They're fully functioning members of society. You're just being rude.
I have special tastes.
He's gonna
It's
rape
It's a
him.
matter of criticism. It's a matter of taste.
For some sort of, like, eternal being, you really are lacking in manners. I mean, first of all, you like talking to our skulls. That's a little bit of invasion of privacy there.
I don't care.
But yeah. You guys take it from here.
So
I'm gonna
you
go
should
sleep.
let us know
Next
what
one.
you're always thinking,
Later.
because you don't care about privacy.
I decide what I desire.
Do you desire your desires?
Bring me a sacrifice if you die. If you don't, you are mine.
I walk
Cool.
away.
Anybody else done here? Yeah, like, I'm just gonna...
As you walk away, you hear cackling.
I wave at him.
I'll see you in your futures, adventurers.
I mean, hopefully not.
And we're gonna try not to die.
Yeah, like, as a general rule, like, death sort of blows.
Very much so.
So you're kind of shaken as you walk away from. Axe goes ahead and picks up Philemon to carry him along with them.
I was gonna say something mean, like, we should either sacrifice Solomon there then. Because he would be wanting to sacrifice one of us to resurrect, I mean...
He doesn't know any of this. He's been knocked out.
That means you won't feel it, but I will have to say no.
Yeah. Sort of ruins your justice idea.
A little bit.
I have my moral compass near me.
Right. So you guys are grouped together again around Thelaman as Axe picks him up. And Brian says,
As old as that was, I believe we must continue.
What was so odd about it? I mean,
The
apart
talking
from
law
the ancient
heads.
mystical being of blood. Well, dude, really? You've never met a telepath in all your magical travels?
I've not been traveling for too terribly long.
Oh yeah, Mama's money.
And I didn't bring much more than traveling supplies with me for the mama's money convent. I've only brought a little bit of money with
So,
me.
seeing
I have
as
none.
you're not about Mama's money, could you start us a fire?
A fire? What, are you wanting to camp here? We need to get to Latibros.
Okay, let's go then.
alright.
Jeez, around talking.
He does one last, as you were talking, he had been rubbing his knee and you didn't really notice, but he fully finished healing his leg and he is back in walking condition again. So
Nice.
your group is now setting off down the path towards Latibros again. And a couple hours later, you come to a bit of a break in the forest, and ahead you see, as the forest kind of peters out and it becomes hills, like really large hills. Like you could climb it, but it'd be really difficult to climb it. And you see a sign that has like an arrow pointing around the corner and through the hills that says Travis's General Trinket Stores.
I walk inside because the
You
word
don't see a
really gets
building,
me.
you just see a sign pointing
Oh,
towards the
okay.
hills.
I thought like the sign was out front of the building. You know
No,
what I mean?
it's on the road, pointing farther down the road, but you can't see because there's like a hill there. So it's like behind the like pointing behind the hill. The road kind of like weaves through the hills.
I see. Okay. Just like I start playing my flute.
And I start clapping along.
Go ahead and make a performance check. All right. So this time it doesn't sound absolutely terrible.
I say like it
passable.
sounds a little off. Let me try again,
It
guys.
sounds.
There we go.
As you start again, it sounds absolutely terrible to everyone's ears. It's just.
Are you kidding? I love this.
It's bad.
You hear me take a break and it's like that's better, and then continue. Like.
As you guys go down the road.
Alright, at this point, I mentioned to everyone that I'm feeling fairly tired, and wonder if we can, if we have enough time to just take a short rest.
Let's ask Mr. Break Nazi there. Like, I don't think he's gonna let us.
He turns and looks at you and rolls his eyes like,
The store that I mentioned that my mother talked about seems to be just ahead. We could probably rest there.
Oh, so when a girl asks you.
he gives you a look. He gives you a look, Zona, like, really? Are you gonna continue walking then after that, or are you gonna just walk down?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
As you come up to the bend, you can see the sign. It says Travis's odds and Travis's General Store and Trinkets, sort of thing. As you come around the corner, you see like built into the hill, almost like a hobbit hill. It's a fairly nice looking large building, and you can see like a window, like a small window area off to each side of the main entrance with like a mannequin or two and some different sorts of like general traveling clothes, sort of standing there like posing in front of the windows because you know how they do with mannequins in shops.
Go look
It
at
seems
that body.
it seems fairly like a fairly well put together store, from what you can tell. And the sign above it says it doesn't say the same thing as the other sign did, but it's the same general idea. It's called the Blue Crystal's Odds and Ends.
So can I walk in and ask him to check out the ring and the necklace I got?
Sure.
I'm gonna do
Is
that.
the whole party gonna walk in, or just you?
Yeah, sure.
Right, as you walk in, you hear like the little bell ring, like ka-ting, cling, 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 as you walk in. As you look around, you see like with that bell after you look around. The shop seems to be a pretty simple supply shop with some odds and ends trinkets stuff that some of them you've like never seen before. Something like, oh, it's the sort of thing you see in like a touristy shop sort of thing. Straight ahead are four shelving lines. I think I can check. Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Right. It looks kind of like that. Like there's these shelves with general tools on, and those mannequins off to the side of the building. And you see in the far back, you see an orb and a man kind of standing behind the counter. He looks kind of like a kind-looking guy. You know, he has some medium-length, wavy black hair and sparkling blue eyes. And he's like an average height. He's not that special looking. As you kind of like take in this,
I go up to him and compare heights.
As you're walking towards him, he's like, "Come on in. My name is Travis Psychoff, owner of this here establishment. Feel free to look around, but don't try stealing anything."
Why does everyone have last names? Jeez.
As he says this, he pats the large crystal that you saw on the counter on a little pedestal, and he says, "Always, my magic crystal here will take care of you."
Can your magic crystal check if something's magical itself?
I can do that for you, though. He just puts his hand up and like a ball of fire just appears in his hand. He's like playing with it, like, and there's like a tendril of energy from the crystal to his hand. He's like, "I can look at it, but trust me, I don't know if you're scamming me. And I've toasted plenty of thieves."
Aaron immediately runs up to him, tries her best to like look really wide-eyed, like, "Oh, that was really pretty, mister."
Oh,
she's trying to get money off. Like, I give her a wink, like, nice.
I'm glad you appreciate my magic. Let me look at the items you've brought.
I hand him the ring and the silver necklace.
I'm afraid these have no magical properties, and unfortunately they're not worth anything to me. I can't really resell them here.
Do you have anything with magical properties other than your glowy crystal ball? That's supposed to be magical, but
I have a few healing potions, but other than that, there's not much magical here.
How much do the healing potions cost? Because I gotta save that little girl's life right there. I mean, she's only like 12. She's like, do we want her to die?
He kind of like does a double, looks at you again, and is like, "I can see that."
In the meanwhile, out of my pack, I pull out my 5 bear claws and be like, "We killed a bear."
Oh, that's impressive, little girl.
I do like some like jump kicks in the air, like show off my shit, and I'm like, yeah, pretty good.
Impressive. You seem like you could use health potions in the future, perhaps, in case something bigger than a bear arrives, eh?
How much are
Me and her
they?
aunt.
It would be about 35 gold apiece. They're on sale at the moment. Normally they're 50 in the towns.
I will take 2.
No,
Right.
no, not so easily.
Not so easily?
No, you
What
gotta
do you
barter.
mean?
Oh.
Sorry,
I'm
this is
selling
his
them for
first time
35
shopping.
gold.
Actually, yes,
This
yes it
his
is.
first time shopping. He doesn't quite understand how to barter, sir. So I'm trying to give him a
I'm
warning.
already selling them for a sale.
I mean, you say sale, I say rip off. Like,
Rip off. Well, you could go into the
By way,
town and
just,
see.
like, out of game, they are actually 50 gold.
Alright. And
shh. Why are you helping him?
No, this is not
Well,
in game.
then.
I'm saying this is out of game, dude.
I ask
show up
pretty
and I go,
please.
"Ah, it's me," and then I stab him.
hello. No.
No, you're
you actually kind of come to awake in Axe's arms. You're just like, "What happened?" sort of thing. Just you kind of like struggle your way out of Axe's arms and land on the floor. Like, what's going on? You realize you're in this shop, like this like general store sort of thing.
Okay.
I thought they were waiting outside. Like, only 3 of us said we came in.
What are they selling?
It just seems to be like a general store with odds and end trinkets sort of thing.
And me and Balthazar,
Yeah.
or was it Zonda? Okay, it was
It was on the
and
Balthazar. Yeah, you're talking
Balthazar's
to
my
the.
+1, my constant +1.
Yes. Always.
Like,
yeah.
Whatever,
We're trying to scam this dude at trying to get some stuff for a lower price by me pretending I'm a little girl.
Okay. Do you want me? I can use disguise self.
I mean, you're kind of in the. He's already seen you guys walk in.
Well, I'm gonna
Yeah.
walk out with little girl, and then I'm gonna come back as a little girl.
that's creepy, dude. That's really perverted. Sick bastard.
All right, you go ahead and walk out. And
Are we gonna
see
sell
much
it for some
mind
money?
as he's talking to still talking to the folks in front of him.
Zonda.
And you said you wanted to cast disguise self to become a younger girl.
Yeah, hold up.
An even younger girl? Wow, this is getting a little
Well,
dark.
like you can only do like a foot of difference in height from yourself.
Well, he's
Oh,
not
that's
that tall,
true.
is he? How
I'm
tall
like-
are you?
I'm like 5'8".
So it'd
Oh,
probably be
still
the
foot
best you can get
different.
is 4'8".
Definitely a little girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be 2 inches shorter than me.
yeah. So you could probably look like a young little girl.
All right. I'm gonna cast it as a
That's why they
ritual.
call me Big Papa.
So you're
So
gonna be
how long does that take for the ritual?
Ritual takes like 5 or 6
usually
minutes.
10
Okay.
minutes, right? I thought
So
it was
you're-
usually.
We'll just go 10 minutes, sure.
Okay, so while you're doing that, he's still talking to you about the potion's price.
I start touching the crystal ball. It's like,
As you go to touch it, you get like blasted back, just like a force wave. It doesn't hurt you.
Dexterity
But
save. 22.
you manage to
Just
catch
flip.
yourself. You manage to catch yourself, but you're like, "Holy crap! What just hit me?" He just kind
I
of
touch it again.
like, you get blasted back again. He's just laughing. You're like, "Oh,
I don't let anyone touch my crystal, actually. Sorry about that. It's sort of its own natural defense mechanism.
Where's Axe?
Axe is not here right now.
He
He
was
had to go to
holding
bed,
you.
so he was carrying you. I'm kind of taking care of Axe at the moment because he had to go to
Because
bed.
his personality is sort of deadwood, so it's not really
It's not
hard.
Yeah, that's fair.
Wait,
It's not like
have
you
him just,
trying
like,
to add.
yell out. Do you have any axes?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have any axes. I don't sell many weapons here. I'm
Axe
afraid.
just drops Thelamin and just fucking walks out.
Oh, Thelamon's already out of his hands. He
I'm
Axe goes
joking.
ahead and walks out, but he's like, no axes, whatever. He walks out. And just waits
Do you have any armor?
I don't have any armor. I have some traveling clothes that you could buy if you wanted, but that's about it.
Do you have a rapier?
No, again, as I said, we don't have any real weapons here.
Like, what are you good for if you
I'm
don't
just
have
a
any axes?
general store. I'm not usually
So-
selling to adventurers
I mean,
aside from the odd
Usually,
healing
a
potion.
general store shouldn't like take everybody's money all at once. I got like 34 gold, and you're asking 35 gold for a potion, and that's just like daylight robbery.
Look,
I mean, look
look,
outside,
I will
there's
give it to
people
you for 34 gold, but that is the lowest I can do here.
Here's the thing: they don't have no gold to buy what I actually need, which is a sword.
I don't have a sword.
I
So
know,
sorry
which
about
is my
that.
problem.
He just sounds so done with you.
All right. So as this is going on, you go ahead and walk back in disguised as a, whatever you want to disguise yourself as.
Okay, so I am currently
A little Asian girl.
a
The
little
lolliest of lollies.
the lolliest of lollies,
Oh my god.
and I go up.
Wait,
And,
what race? What race?
What race? Well, human, of course.
All right.
That's not enough
You walk in.
course.
He's like,
Oh, hello, little girl. Are you with these traveling folk?
I say hi,
I actually
and
don't think she is.
hold
like-
up. I say hi, and then I immediately take out 3 gold teeth and a gold ring, and say, "I want to sell these to you."
and he looks at you just like,
A little girl trying to sell me cold teeth.
She got those from me when I was protecting them on the way here. Like I said, those punches, man, real good.
are you like up at the counter with him there, like putting it down on the counter sort of thing?
No, I like moved in front of whoever was standing there.
Okay, so you're in
I
front of
moved
you're by the
her
counter like
Out of
putting.
the way to put like the gold ring and the silver necklace back on the table.
Look, I don't need to buy your gold teeth. Don't sell those kind of things here. You can probably sell them in the town a couple miles down the road here. Lots of houses.
I give a persuasion attempt.
Okay, go ahead.
That is here.
He just looks at you. So how do you try to persuade him? Like, what do you say?
I'm a beggar. I need money to feed my 3 younger sisters and my 2 older brothers and my parents.
And your parents sent you a little girl by yourself with gold teeth.
Excuse me, sir. I
She-
said not by herself. There's a reason she has teeth.
Her parents are
You told me
bedridden.
earlier
They
she
were
was
attacked by goblins. She's just trying to make ends meet. What is wrong with you, sir?
Look,
Have you no heart?
look, I'll give you some food, but I don't have the gold to be paying out at the moment. I need to be selling, not buying.
He goes ahead and walks
That
to the
doesn't
shelf
help
and
her
brings
father
back
with a
some.
big ass hole in his chest.
He walks back and brings you some food, and then he adds some bandages with it as well. Just some like breads and cheeses sort of thing. And like a roll
Is
of
this-
bandages.
Quick question for everyone else. The DM cannot listen to this question.
Okay.
What?
You want me to
Is-
leave the channel?
Does this? I mean, you can if you want to. Does this shopkeep seem important at all?
Oh my god.
We have a paladin.
Okay, for one thing,
I'm going to
Yeah,
ask you
paladin,
not
yes.
to harm him.
number two, he definitely made himself seem dangerous.
I don't know that this is a mage, and so if you do that, I'm gonna spank you. I'm
He
gonna,
cast some spells like just
I'm gonna bend you over
out
my
of
knee.
nowhere.
He
As
was
if it was
juggling
nothing.
fireballs, and he's got
He
an
was
orb
ju-
that
yes,
was sending
exactly.
Zonda flying.
He was juggling.
But no one would
fireballs, and
expect a little
he
girl
has
to
this
stab
crystal
him.
ball, and he has a crystal ball that literally just sent someone flying because they touched it
Twice.
twice.
So
yeah,
what you're
twice.
saying
And we just got out of
is-
combat that kicked your ass.
And I have no spell slots left.
So hold up, I can't like run up to this person and give them a hug, and like slip a knife into their back.
No.
Probably
can-
not.
Because that knife
But-
won't insta kill them.
And who knows what he'll do to us, man.
Okay, if you want to do it, you can do it. My character will.
Well, we are not necessarily gonna be working with you.
Yeah?
All right, let's get Song back in here.
Yeah, let's get back.
Okay. Come die. Alright. So he handed you the a roll of some bandages and some food.
Okay.
And then
think
walks
I'm-
back behind the counter.
I think I'm just gonna take bandages and the food.
Sorry, I can't be giving you gold for those things, but you should be able to find plenty of money in the town of Latibus for those things. Now, the potions, I am selling them for a deal here. 35 gold apiece, which normally they cost 50.
You said 34.
Fine, 34 gold apiece.
All right.
Still can't afford it, sadly. Still can't afford it, sadly.
Then no potion for you. I got to make some money here.
I
Yeah,
will.
you're making my money.
I look down very sadly in my wallet. I'm like, I only have 20 pieces.
Oh no.
I bet the shopkeeper for 20 gold that I can hold my breath longer.
He just looks at you like, probably could. I don't know. I don't compete in those kind of competitions.
All right. I say
I
that
bet
I
him-
will offer 1 gold ring, 3 gold teeth, and 30 gold for it.
I'll take that deal. That's
All right.
I'll
Alright,
buy.
1 gold ring.
So you hand over your stuff, and he hands you a potion.
What does the potion do again?
A health potion.
Oh,
it's just
that's it?
yeah, it's
It
just a
just-
health potion.
It does like your hit dice only, isn't it? That
I
Yes.
don't. It's just like a normal health potion.
So is it the 1d4 plus like 4?
Potion. I'm looking it up. Potion of healing. You regain 2d4 plus 2 hit points when you drink the potion.
2d4 plus 4. Okay.
Alright. Does anyone else? Does anyone else
bounces
want to
are
buy a
right when
potion?
I'm buying full.
I will buy 3.
Alright.
I said
Oh my
I would,
god.
But I only. What the? You have that much?
He's a
money?
noble.
And I will
takes your-
hand 1 to Zonda.
Okay, hold on. So that
I give
was
him a big ol' hug.
30 G and
It's 105 total.
Oh my god.
Wait, did you say you gave one to me or no?
Yeah, I gave 1 to
is it
Zonda.
105 gold from Duff there? Okay. And he goes ahead and hands you 3 potions. He's like,
I only have about 2 more left, but I can still sell them if you would like. If anyone else wishes to buy some,
I said I would love one, but I only have 20 gold.
look. For the little lady, I'll go ahead and do that.
Yay!
he trades you over the potion
I
for
lose all
20
my
gold.
gold.
You see so much cringe appear on Zonda's face after that last yay. He just starts walking out. He just
Alright.
starts. Ugh.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm good.
Maybe not ripping a song.
Wait,
Trust
Song,
me,
did I?
my deal was much less of a ripoff than the towns and...
Song, did I gain a level from last time?
Yes, you are level 2.
I'm level 2.
Yo,
Yeah.
does anybody have the thing open? How much do health potions weigh?
So that's what,
They're not
300
that much,
experience
they're like
points?
Not even half a pound. I'm not doing experience points, I'm just telling you guys when you level up at this point.
Okay.
So you are level 2. Don't worry about experience. You can keep writing it down because each level has a specific number of experience points if you want to. But
Alright, so what do I do?
to level up,
Yeah.
there should be a guide on that in the player's handbook, which you can find.
I can help you with it after this is all done.
Yeah, I do
What
need
if-
to go to bed fairly soon here, so
Okay.
I can't really help you with that tonight.
We're just sort of like getting into town and then going to sleep, pretty much.
Just make
Oh.
sure you got your potion there, Zonda, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I put it in my pocket after giving you a big old hug.
Is there anything else I can do for you guys today?
No, thank you.
Alright. You lot have a good one. Hope to see you visiting my store sometime in the future again.
Really
Like a
fucking
smile and
unlikely.
goodbye.
I shout inwards.
Inwards. It's like,
Yeah, I shout in the store. Like I put my head and say, really fucking unlikely.
trust me, I gave you a deal.
Trusting you sounds like a great plan.
So the lot of you
34
revert back outside. And are you gonna follow the road then again, or what you gonna do now, guys?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
So you start traveling through the winding hills again, and as you start to get about half a mile away from the store, you notice some black mist coming from the bags of Zonda, Balthazar, Aaron, and Elman. This black
Oh
mist
great,
seems
the health
black
potions
mist?
are fake.
I'm going to be
Health
upset. Take it out and check them out.
No
you
one
take
checks
it
for
out.
illusion.
You take out the potions and you look at them, and there's just like black mist sort of fading off of them. It still seems to be a health potion. There's just black mist.
I vote we immediately walk back to it.
You
Yep,
should sense.
definitely.
You should like.
Wait,
I'll
hold up.
spend-
Hold
I'll-
up, say what happened again?
As you look at the potions, shadow like this mist, black shadowy mist is like flowing off of the potions.
I play with the mist without even looking at the potion. By the way.
All right.
I'm gonna use
wisp around your arm.
I'm gonna use another divine sense. Is this celestial, fiend, or undead related?
No, not
Bet
really.
against sense ill intent. I'm gonna use my insight on the potion there that he's holding up.
All right, make an insight check.
Oh.
Alright.
Critical success.
As you look at it, you kind of swish it around, and you realize this isn't making a swishing sound as you try to swish it. It's like there, but it doesn't sound right.
I like full on rush back. 80 movement speed, fucking run back to there to see if it's even still there.
As you guys are
I'm running back too.
As you guys are
Same.
bolting back, you notice as the mist continues to fade until in your hands is just like a really dingy, empty bottle. Really nasty, dingy looking thing.
I
We
like
just got conned.
kick the door open. Well, nobody checked.
Before you get to the building, as you look at the building as you approach this time, you see that the building isn't the nice, well-to-do looking general store it was when you first saw it.
No
The
shit.
general
right?
store is actually really dingy and kind of like the windows you can barely see through them, and like just parts of it are falling. It's just falling apart pretty
Great,
much.
it's a ghost.
Wait, a
We-
ghost took my money?
It's like it took your soul and time when fired.
I kept saying, let's not get the potion guy.
I was worried about dying. I'm not wise.
So, do you go to kick down the door? Is that what you?
Yeah, no, I got kicked
first,
down.
before,
Alright, you kick as you go to kick down the door just.
as he goes to do it, I try to stop him. Do I succeed? This is what-
No, I'm moving 80
No, he-
movement speed. I am moving so
He's
much
ahead
faster.
of you guys. You kick the door. He's way ahead of you guys right now. He just kicks the door and it just flies through the building. Like it just comes off its hinges because it's so dilapidated. Just clink, clink, clink,
Alright.
clink.
As I'm running, I prep Shalala
Alright.
as we approach.
Are you bolting inside then?
Since he's already in, yes.
Alright. As you walk in, Zonda, you see that the entire store is nothing like you thought it was originally. All of the
I check-
items on the shelves.
Is he still
Hold on.
there?
No, you don't see him there, nor do you see the orb. But on all the shelves, like all the things you saw that looked like items are actually extremely dilapidated, either versions of them or just trash, essentially. And
Can I
then-
look for any useful ones?
As you start to look around, you notice the mannequins that you thought were mannequins start to move. And as they move, this rattling sort of happens, and you look, and they're skeletons with swords.
Are we there yet?
You guys come bursting in behind him to see the skeletons start advancing towards you, and then 2 more skeletons pop up from behind the counter.
Oh, from behind.
For combat.
We haven't
From
had a
behind
short
the-
rest yet, have we?
Nope, we
No,
have not.
and this is where I will be leaving us off until next week.
Okay.
At the general store here.
Where you can buy a bucket. Where is a hat?
Yes, the Blue Crystals Odds and Ends is where we'll be leaving off. I do need to put
Yeah.
2. I guess I need to put your guys' tokens in here real quick. Okay, tokens. I have to find them all again, dang it.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I didn't actually stream it because my wife was distracting me the whole time, so I thought it'd be really odd for a stream.
Distracting you?
Yeah, not that way. She's
Bye.